of us going with Grove City to win, including yours truly, Slazak, Burtch, Briggs, Ringer, Steele, Landmark, and Moyer. 3 of us going with LaBeouf, Shannon, Reisenweber, and Big Rob Molson.
2-2 Mercer travels to Greenville. The Trojans are 3-1.
And Greenville's playing very well right now. Could have been 4-0. Lost a tough game to Wilmington in week 1. And Mercer obviously stepping up a class here. And the experts, 11 of us going with Greenville to win this game.
4-0 Reynolds goes to 0-4 Lakeview.
Boy, Coach Blake Reddick, you got a very young squad. You got to feel for them. They're having their struggles, but I'm sure they're improving. They had a better game last week. Not going to be a good challenge for them on Friday. Reynolds playing at a very high level. All 11 of us going with Reynolds to beat Lakeview.
A game to be heard on 96.7 FM Friday night with Briggs and Burtch calling the action. 1-3 Slippery Rock is at 0-4 Sharpsville.
And Slippery Rock has had some moments this year. They battled Sharon early on, obviously led Grove City for a stretch, and they come to the Pines on Friday night to take on a hungry team in Sharpsville. 11 of us going with Slippery Rock to beat Sharpsville.
2 3-1 teams collide at Grand Valley, Ohio, as the Wilmington Greyhounds go across the border.
All 11 of us going with Wilmington to beat Grand Valley.
And Saturday night at 7 o'clock, it's the Steel Bowl on 96.7 with Briggs and Burtch Bob and Briggs bringing the action to you. 2-2 Sharon at 4-1 Farrell.
3-1 Farrell. And either way, this is the Steel Bowl, and it's a huge battle. Great rivalry game. The experts, 7 of us going with Farrell, 4 of us going with Sharon, including yours truly, Slazak, Reisenweber, and Burtch. A split vote there, 7 for Farrell, 4 for Sharon.
And in 8-man football this weekend, Kennedy is at Southington, Ohio.
And that will do it for Pigskin Pick'em. Now let's go back for the conclusion of the Warner's Homes and Improvement Pigskin Preview Show with Aaron Byro.
Thanks, Bob. That's going to do it for me in the studio. Join me and the rest of the broadcast team after the game for the Warner's Homes and Improvement 5th quarter scoreboard show. We will recap all the scores and take your calls. Remember, we will be live in the studio on the Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page, broadcasting the game and our studio coverage. Stay tuned for Week 5 on Sports Radio 96.7. Get ready for Slippery Rock at Sharpsville with Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch on the call. And on News Talk 790 WPIC, join Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg for Erie at Hickory. On behalf of our radio crew and our game announcers, I am Aaron Byro. Thanks for listening and enjoy the games.
This is Sports Radio 96.7, and this is high school football at its very best.
Myers back to pass. Pump fake. Looks. Throws. Long near side. Get a man open. McCoy caught it. Good by 1 yard. The Faro Steelers are your 2019 state champions.
It's the game that separates the men from the boys, and it's happening right now.
Our high school football coverage returns tonight to Sports Radio 96.7 as we feature the Sharpsville Blue Devils as they welcome the Slippery Rock Rockets.
Our 2025-26 high school sports broadcasts on Sports Radio 96.7 are sponsored by Bill McCandless Ford, located in Mercer and Meadville, the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, but the service that makes them better. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs since 1973. Meadville Medical Center, your independent community health system. Shell Restoration, the area's leading installer for roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. St. Paul's in Greenville, and the Ridgewood at Shenango Valley Senior Living Communities. Sharon Regional Health System, dedicated to serving the community. Joanno Legal Group, ready to help you seek justice for your injury. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking but better. Attorney Bill Motor, excellence, experience, and integrity. UPMC Health System, changing healthcare, changing lives. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded since 1911. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Vay's Pub and Grill, make it special, make it Vay's. The Sharon American Legion Post 299. Strong advocates for veterans and their families. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. Hermitage Rotary Club, offering hope for those struggling with prescription opioids. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in Southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Laundryman, helping you spend time doing what you love, not laundry. Reed and Daly Associates, providing accounting and income tax services for over 30 years. Minuteman Press in Hermitage, specializing in digital print, design, and promotional services. Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding, offering exterior upgrades online at pennohiorc.com. Sharon Community Health Center, providing compassionate and affordable health care. 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in fuel delivery. Please thank these outstanding sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts throughout the season on News Talk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7.
Now it's time to go to the field with our countdown to kickoff show with our game announcers,
Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch.
And we are live here tonight at Sharpsville's McCracken Field. Ryan Briggs along with Chris Burtch. We have Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game on Sports Radio 96.7. And upstairs, Jason Basil running the camera on our Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live feed. And for those of you watching, I'm Ryan Briggs. That's me. Going to what I look like. Chris Burtch, that's him. And Chris, non-league game tonight, two teams. There are a lot of similarities between these two programs. Fairly young, some injuries, and two teams that, frankly, could use a win.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that they have in common is, these are teams that, both facing difficult early season schedules. A lot of new guys in the starting lineups for both teams. Both teams have been hit by the injury bug. Yeah, they come into this sort of non-region reset week, right? We'll kind of think of something to make it sound better. But yeah, week 5, no region games. And they both use a win. And, I've been thinking about this all day, right? You and I said this a lot when we came over here in 2021 to cover this game. This is a good game for both teams. This is both of these programs, again, the two coaches, we see them talking out there on the 50-yard line. They have a lot of respect for each other. This is just a great game for both teams.
Sharpsville 1-3, Slippery Rock 1-3, Sharpsville 0-4, and a big absence in the lineup tonight. Gino Curry, the outstanding sophomore fullback, 538 yards this year, county high 95 carries. Certainly one of the top running backs in our area. He's out tonight due to injury, and for a guy that really has been the horse for Sharpsville, not easy to replace that type of production.
Yeah, and I mean, again, when you think about how important he is, I mean, he gets about 80% of the touches, on them offensively. And what I think Coach Piccirilli will likely do is just kind of change everything up, probably spread things out a little bit, because everybody has just been packing the box, putting 10 men up there trying to stop Curry, and you spread it out. Slippery Rock's not ready for that, so if you could try to make something positive out of it, that might be it.
We will hear from head coach Paul Piccirilli of the Sharpsville Blue Devils, as well as Slippery Rock head coach Larry Wenderus. We'll also have the 21st Century Energy Group starting lineups. All that and much, much more as our pregame continues after this from Sharpsville's McCracken Field on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
The Slippery Rock Rockets and your Sharpsville.
Nice.
Live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
The 21st Century Energy Group is the leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. For over 50 years, they have provided quality heating oils, propane, heat, gasoline, diesel, and lubricants to western Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio, with 7 locations including Newcastle, Grove City, Conneaut Lake, and Erie. The 21st Century Energy Group is your locally owned neighborhood fuel provider. Call them today for your home heating or commercial fuel needs at 1-800-922-5454. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook or visit them at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
Since 1925, the Shenango Valley has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Mailer Insurance. Through generations of trust, Mailer Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Mailer Insurance got you covered. Call Mailer Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
One moment I was on my way to my son's ball game, and the next I was being placed in an ambulance. I needed help. That's why I called the Joanno Legal Group.
Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. Please visit them at joannolegalgroup.com. That's Joanow legalgroup.com, or call toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
Introducing healthcare for all ages at the Sharon Community Health Center. From newborns to older adults, Dr. Barry Siegel, ABFM certified family practice physician, is now accepting new patients of all ages. Compassionate, high-quality care awaits, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Plus, Sharon Community Health Center offers behavioral health and pain management services. Call 724-347-5229 or visit SharonCHC.org to schedule your appointment today with Dr. Barry Siegel. Sharon Community Health Center, 92 West Connolly Boulevard, Sharon, Pennsylvania.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
We're back on Sports Radio 96.7, and I'm joined by Sharpsville head coach Paul Piccarelli. And, Coach, obviously I guess the headline of tonight's game is the injury bug, having to move people around, playing a pretty good 3A team in Slippery Rock. Just some of your thoughts here as you head into Week 5.
Well, we knew we were going to be young to begin with this year, but when you're young and then you have out of your quality 14, 15 guys you count on and 3 or 4 of them are hurt, right, it becomes even tougher. So right now we're scrambling. We're looking for the future really, but we're trying to win games for our seniors, the 2 or 3 we have. And we're just trying to put people in the right places that they're going to be for us for the next 2 years.
Yeah, and you look at like your quarterback, Lincoln Bright, the sophomore. Obviously he's struggled with some consistency, but certainly, all right, here you go. Let's see what you can do, right, as a sophomore.
Well, the nice thing about Lincoln, he's probably one of the top receivers in the league, and unfortunately he had to move the quarterback. So next year at this time we'll have a 2 good quarterback system. You don't have to worry about making up a guy to come like Lincoln. He had no clue about quarterback, and he's been in here for 2 weeks. Now he understands a little bit. Very heady guy, understands what everybody's doing, and so we'll see how he does tonight, because we're going to open it up tonight.
Nice. So obviously the injury to Gino Curry almost going to. All right, we're going to try some different things offensively.
Well, the thing about Gino, and unfortunately he has 9 and 10 guys in the box all the time. So we're going to try to stretch people out so when he does come back, there'll only be 6 in the box. If not, if we have the capabilities of throwing the ball, now we become a 2-way threat.
This Slippery Rock team that you're playing tonight, they're 1-3, but you look at the way they played in the first half against Sharon, and really for the first 3 quarters against Grove City. Certainly a quality opponent you're playing tonight.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he went through the same growing pains. I talked to Larry a couple times, and he's been doing it. Now the rewards are going to start coming up for him in the next 2 years, and that's the way it is at a public school. Right. He has very capable people. He has good skill people. And, hopefully, against Grove City, he ran the ball and had 2 or 3 touchdowns right off the bat and started throwing a little bit and struggled a little bit. So we're going to pray that he throws a lot.
Yeah. A couple of keys tonight for your team.
Well, the key for us is we got to move the ball on offense, and we haven't stopped anybody this year. I could tell you, I think our coaching staff would be able to run against us. So, but I'm going to tell you, the kids come to practice and they bust their hump and they give you everything they have. Unfortunately, being a sophomore and you're not as big and powerful as other people, you're going to get pushed around. Right. But they will come, and I told them the next year or 2, the rewards will start coming back. But it's our duty this year to win a couple games if we can against for our seniors.
Coach, always great talking to you. Again, I know that's kind of a bleak night for you a little bit with all the injuries. Yeah. But always enjoy watching your team. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Yep. Thanks. Those are the thoughts of Paul Piccarelli as he gets his Blue Devils ready for this non-region showdown at Sharpsville against Slippery Rock. Pregame continues on Sports Radio 96.7.
So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Looking for a career with purpose and growth? G.W. Becker is hiring. As a leader in overhead crane manufacturing, G.W. Becker offer hands-on careers in engineering, skilled trades, and business operations. Enjoy competitive pay, great benefits, and the chance to work on real-world projects with a team that values quality and innovation. G.W. Becker is looking for welders, mechanical assemblers, field service technicians, and other positions. Apply at gwbcrane.com. That's gwbcrane.com.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep, or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42-hole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is a full-service deli with party rings and meat and cheese trays available. Located in Sharpsville Plaza in Sharpsville, they are open Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 7, and Saturday from 9 to 3, closed on Sundays and Mondays.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
We're back on Sports Radio 96.7, and I'm joined by Slippery Rock head coach Larry Wenderoos. And, Coach, obviously 2 games the last 2 weeks. That the final score wasn't what you wanted it to be, but certainly kind of looking at the play of your kids, the heart, I guess, whatever, you had to feel pretty good about the way you guys competed against a great team in Sharon and a team that might end up being great in Grove City.
Yeah, it was an interesting meeting on Monday because you could see they were down a little bit. They were disappointed at the outcome of that game, and we just had to have the conversation and reiterate the expectations. But what I said to them on Monday was simply, guys, I don't think you understand that if you just played one half of football, you'd be 3-1. We haven't taken that step as a team yet to play the second half like we played the first half. And, that was the MO this week, and that was our message this week is we can't just play one, we got to play 2. And hopefully, and we expect that our kids have seen that and bought into it, and we'll be in a good spot at the end of tonight.
I as you know, obviously, I was at your game last week, and, I've seen Owen Long several times in his career, your senior running back. He just seemed to be a guy on a mission last week. You have to like that here as he heads sort of down the twilight of his senior season. All of a sudden, he's running with some passion.
Yeah, and I think, Owen has grown drastically since a freshman. And I think when Owen took some time this summer to commit to what we were doing, and he, with the change of some offensive terminology and schematics and those things, he had to make that commitment. And he made the commitment. He got himself ready mentally and physically, and it's starting to show, I think, the second half of the year that he's ready to take that step to be that much better as the year comes to an end.
This team you're playing tonight, Sharpsville, they kind of almost like a kind of a similar situation for them. They've been real close in a couple of games. They've gotten pulled away from by some great teams. They got to win themselves. Talk about some of the things that concern you about Sharpsville.
Well, obviously the running back, there's a reason why he carries the ball more than anybody else in Mercer County. You know, he's a gifted young man, and they're looking to do all sorts of different things with him now. They got him playing quarterback. They got him lined up in the backfield. They got him standing up in the backfield in a 2-point or a 3-point stance in the backfield. They got him doing anything and everything. So I think the first thing we've got to do is make sure that we pay attention to what he's doing, how he's doing it, and where he's aligned and those types of things. And then, once you know where he's at and what he's doing, they still have other guys with their offense and what they're doing schematic-wise that can cause you a problem. So we've got to make sure that we're reading our keys, we're doing what we got to do, and keep him under wraps, on the offensive realm for them. Defensively, again, we've made some strides offensively and we've done some good things, but we've got to stay the course. And again, they're a team that likes to have 7 guys in the box almost all the time. So we have to take advantage of that, and spread them a little bit and try to get those 2 inside-outside backers to widen a little bit to run the ball. And if they don't want to widen, then we have to take advantage of that with our passing game and be smart about that with Doug.
Great stuff as always, Coach. I always feel like I learn a little bit more about football every time I talk to you. So certainly enjoyed covering you guys here back-to-back weeks. Good luck tonight, and good luck as you kind of head back into the region play after this week.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Burtch. It's always good to see you, and it's fun having the talks in the hallways there at school, and always enjoy that. So thanks again, and go Rock.
All right. Those are the thoughts of Slippery Rock head coach Larry Wenderoos as he gets his Rockets ready for this non-region game against a team that's become a pretty good rival for Slippery Rock, Sharpsville. Pregame continues on Sports Radio 96.7.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
When life takes an unexpected turn, whether it's a criminal charge, a family dispute, or an injury that wasn't your fault, you need someone who will fight for you. Hi, I'm attorney Michael T. Muha, and I have the experience, the compassion, and the determination to stand by your side when it matters most. Don't face the system alone. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, today, because your rights, your family, and your future are worth protecting. Criminal defense, family law, personal injury. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, at 724-301-6967 or at muhalaw.com.
When the finest cuts of meat combined with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, you don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub & Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub & Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
Hi, I'm Bob Greenberg with this local sports minute brought to you by Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. Flynn's will get you in today. High school football has officially reached the halfway point of the regular season, and this weekend is highlighted by the return of the Steel Bowl. Friday night on 790 WPIC, the undefeated Hickory Hornets return home to take on the dangerous Erie Royals. On Sports Radio 96.7, we head to McCracken Field as the Sharpsville Blue Devils look for win number 1 as they welcome the Slippery Rock Rockets. Also tonight, it's homecoming as Greenville welcomes Mercer. In a battle of 3-1 teams, Grove City travels to Fort LaBeouf. Reynolds makes the short drive to Lakeview. Wilmington makes the long drive into Ohio to battle 3-1 Grand Valley. In 8-man football, Kennedy makes the trip to Southington, Ohio. On Saturday and on Sports Radio 96.7, Sharon travels to Farrell as the longtime rivals play for the 72nd time in history dating back to 1922. For Flynn's Tire and Auto Service, I'm Bob Greenberg.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
And we are back here at Sharpsville's McCracken Field. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. Jason Basil on the camera tonight for our Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live feed. Art Shannon producing our game back in the studio. Chris, you talked with the coaches. What are a couple of things you'll be keeping an eye on tonight?
Well, I mean, I think, certainly for both teams, a fast start is going to be paramount, because if you're Slippery Rock, certainly coming in here and establishing, kind of what you want to do offensively, establishing your run game, opening things up for the pass game, that's going to be key for them. Sharpsville, conversely, has to stop that. Offensively for Sharpsville, they need to pick up first downs. They need to keep Slippery Rock's offense off the field, or it could be a very long night for the Blue Devils.
And, of course, without Gino Curry, that's obviously it's a huge loss. One of the top running backs in our area. Yeah. I'm interested to see how, with Sharpsville talking about spreading it out, Lincoln Bright, who has gotten better and better each week, but still very inexperienced at the quarterback position. It's going to be, I think that to me, that seems to be the thing to keep an eye on tonight.
Yeah, no question. I think certainly what Sharpsville will probably try to do is put him into situations where he can get a little confidence. Maybe some bubble screens, some outs, and then kind of spread things out and open it up. Because you say, well, Slippery Rock didn't have any time to practice against it because they didn't find out that Curry wasn't going to play until tonight. Well, Sharpsville's only had a couple of days to practice this stuff too. So look for maybe a few mistakes along those lines. And but yeah, I mean, I think both coaches are really going to be focused on getting off to a good start and then sort of trying to take control of the game.
We'll take a quick break, come back with the 21st Century Energy Group starting lineups here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word auto to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
Saving lives means staying informed. Knowing the dangers of using counterfeit prescription pills can help those you care about and keep our community safe. Do your part. Take the first step today. Visit GetSmartAboutDrugs.com to access education, prevention, and treatment resources. Counterfeit prescription pills laced with fentanyl are deadly. Be their protector. Be informed.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press?
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
As we get close to kickoff here, it is time for the 21st Century Energy Group starting lineups. Today's starting lineups are brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group. The 21st Century Energy Group is the area leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Call them today for your home heating or commercial fuel needs. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook or visit them at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com. First for Slippery Rock on offense. The quarterback is Doug Popovic, 6'1", 190. He is a senior. The fullback, Cole Scott, 6'3", 190, a senior. The halfback, Owen Long, 5'11", 150, a senior. Receivers, Logan Schlobaum, 5'9", 155, a junior. Mitch Stadmiller, 5'9", 160, a junior. The tight end is Sawyer Allen. Allen, 6 feet, 180, a senior. The tackles, Noah Cornelius, 6'1", 175 at left tackle. Left guard tonight, drawing into the starting lineup, is J.J. Roboleski, 6'1", 250, a junior. Maddox Rich at center, 5'6", 215, a sophomore. Cole Staub at right guard, 5'8", 215, a sophomore. Jacob Rich at right tackle. Rich, 6 feet and 245 pounds. For the Sharpsville defense, they've been shuffling guys around. The ends are Luke Adkins, 6 feet 190, a sophomore. Ryan Bear, 6'2", 180, a junior. The tackles, Jordan White, 5'10", 245, a junior. Roman Massey, 5'10", 245, a sophomore. Linebackers, Brennan Huffman, 5'9", 145, a junior. Tommy McNutt, 6 feet 225, a sophomore. And Caleb Conkar, 6'3", 185, a junior. Corners, Will Vogan, 5'9", 155, a senior. And Gavin Akins, 5'7", 135, a senior. Landon Hassel and Lincoln Bright are the safeties. Hassel's a sophomore, 5'8", 145. Bright, also a sophomore, 6'3", and he is 160 pounds. The Sharpsville offense, without Curry, the backfield will look like this. Bright at quarterback, Vogan and Traymar Ham-McCullough will be the running backs, 5'9", 140, a freshman. Tight ends, we will see Adkins and Conkar. The offensive line, left tackle, Jorney Cornelius, 5'10", 215, a senior. Left guard is Massey. Leland McCarroll's the center, 5'10", 180. He's a junior. White at right guard. Joey Gill, the right tackle, 6'2", 220, a sophomore. The Slippery Rock defense, the ends are Allen and Carter Jenneret. Jenneret, 5'10", 200, a senior. The tackles are Staub and Jacob Rich. Peyton Rich is the strong side linebacker, 5'6", 155. He is a junior. Lamont Patterson in the middle, 5'11", 170, a junior. Gavin McDougall on the weak side, 6'1", 160, a senior. Corners are Schlobaum and Cole Schwartz, who's back in the lineup after missing last week. Schwartz, 5'9", 165. He's a junior. Popovic is the strong safety, and the free safety tonight is Owen Long. Your officials tonight, George Snyder's the referee. Nate Zampogna is the umpire. Eldon Watson, the headlinesman. Josh Myers, the line judge, and Dave Rice is the back judge, rounding out this five-man officiating crew. Chris, did you see the coin toss?
It looked like Sharpsville won the toss and elected to kick off.
And we will see how things shake out. Sharpsville in the blue jerseys, white numbers and letters outlined in black blue pants tonight for the Devils with the white helmets. Slippery Rock, white jerseys, red numbers and letters. Excuse me. Silver pants and silver helmets. Beautiful night here, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't ask for a better night. You know, obviously some of the trees are starting to change color, but you still have the summer feel to it. So, yeah, an absolutely perfect night. We've often had perfect nights here, it seems like, weather-wise, when we've come here to James McCracken Field, the Pines.
And it will be Finn Leary kicking off for Sharpsville. We are underway, and it's going to be down by one of the upmen. That's Lamont Patterson, and Slippery Rock will begin this drive at the 38, moving right to left here. Field, it's natural grass at Slippery Rock, and more brown than green due to the lack of rainfall we've had, but field is in good shape. But will be Slippery Rock taking over at its own 38 to begin tonight's game.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes, you know, maybe not this early in the year, but a couple of weeks later, if we've had sort of a wet, rainy late summer, early fall, you know, the turf fields start to get beat up because of that with all the teams playing on them. But, yeah, here it's certainly nice and dry, but yeah, starting to get a little brown.
So Slippery Rock will have it 1st and 10, moving right to left. Doug Popovic out of the pistol, gives to Owen Long off the right side. Long to the 45, across the 45 to about the 46-yard line, brought down by McNutt, who was switched from number 2 to 74, which means we could see him on the offensive line tonight.
Right.
But a nice gain for Owen Long, who had 280 all-purpose yards last week.
Yeah, he just seems to have found something. He's all of a sudden running with a lot of confidence. You know, I remember when he was a really young player, people were talking about, you know, how good they thought he could become. And here, you know, towards the middle of his senior year, he's starting to become all that.
Handoff comes to Lamont Patterson around the left side. Patterson across the 50 down to the 45. Lamont Patterson taking on a greater role offensively in recent weeks, brought down by Vogan and Massey, but Lamont Patterson picks up the first down of the night.
Yeah, good little, just a jet sweep action. I you know, certainly look at Lamont Patterson as quick as his feet are and as hard as he runs. That's the kind of certainly play right there that they're going to have some success with him.
Was that a run or a pitch?
It was a pitch.
It was, okay.
Yeah.
So it was a pass. So Popovic's first pass of the night goes to Patterson. He takes the ball to the Sharpsville 44. They give up the middle to Long. Long into the open of the 35. Owen Long 30, 20. Owen Long 10-5 touchdown. But a flag at the end of the play. and that may wipe out the penalty. They may get Patterson on the near side blocking Brennan Huffman. It would be a 44-yard touchdown run, but it may be coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the officials talking, and you almost wonder. I mean, Owen Long was 25 yards down the field when the flag was thrown, so perhaps that would be one maybe where he picks it up. No, they're not going to.
Well, and you wonder, being that far away, was it something that, perhaps a personal foul? Nope, it's going to be a hold. So it's going to wipe out the bulk of the run. It would have been a 44-yard touchdown run. Instead, it will be Slippery Rock facing first down and 2.
Yeah.
So give Long 12 and then mark off 10 on the penalty.
Yeah, the ever-popular 1st and 2 coming up here. So, tough situation for Slippery Rock. Owen Long, 44-yard touchdown run coming back because of certainly a bugaboo for Slippery Rock this year, penalties.
Slippery Rock, the most penalized team in the area, averaging 102 penalty yards per night.
Can't give back 100 yards. You're averaging 250 a night, and you're giving back 100.
Long motions from right to left, lines up on the slot on the near left side. Popovic, near side, through the hands of Long, incomplete. And it will be second down, and we talked about the penalties. Sharpsville has been penalized the second most in the area. It's been a bugaboo, and both teams have struggled with turnovers.
And again, when you think about how well coached both of these teams have been historically, the programs, one of the things that certainly you look at there is just every week, people are being shuffled and moved to new positions, and I think that contributes to that.
2nd and 2. They give us to Cole Scott, the fullback. He is going to pick up the first down, get stacked up shy of the 30. Gang tackled Atkins, Massey in there, Jordan White. But Cole Scott in his first year at Slippery Rock, and what a first year he's had, averaging 5.5 yards per carry. And he picks up the first down to the 32, give him 4 on his first run of the night.
Yeah, the coaches I know kind of rave about his leadership and how fast he's picked up on all of the scheme stuff. Yeah, he's definitely been a great addition to this Rocket team.
Long slot right inside of Schlobaum. And flag on the far side. Looks like Sharpsville stepped into the neutral zone. Gavin Akins, the cornerback, stepped over the line. You can't do that in high school football. And referee George Schneider tells us it's a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5 now. First flag of the night on Sharpsville.
Yeah, so 1st and 2 and 1st and 5 on the past couple of series for Slippery Rock. You'll take that, obviously.
Now 1st and 5. Statmiller wide left. The give faked by Popovic. He'll go around the right side. Popovic to the 20. Popovic down to the 15. Tripped up by Michael McLaren, the safety. Doug Popovic, who ran for 103 yards last week against Grove City. Popovic takes the ball down to the 14. Slippery Rock has entered into the red zone, the McCandless red zone. McCandless Ford, your one-stop shop in both Mercer and Meadville.
Yeah, good little play fake by Popovic. Certainly made the linebacker bite, and then nice run off a tackle for him. He's putting together a fine senior season.
Gain of 12 to the 15. The give is to Scott. Picks his way upfield. Scott keeps the legs churning, and he'll be brought down at the 10-yard line. McNutt in on the stop along with McLaren. Scott with a tough run picks up 5. Just underway here at Sharpsville. Slippery Rock on the move. This will be the 8th play of the drive upcoming. 2nd and 5 at the 10.
Yeah, just, other than obviously the holding penalty, been just a positive play on every single play so far for this Slippery Rock offense. And this is the kind of rhythm that they're certainly hoping to see all night from this squad.
Double tight set to give to Long, sweeping around the left side. Long will be hit and brought down. He's going to be close to the first down marker. McNutt in on another tackle from that middle linebacker position. And we'll see where the spot is marked. Looks like Long. Well, now George Snyder's going to come over and take a look. And he says first down, so gain of 5. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5.
All right. I was looking forward to hearing you say Long will be short, but Slippery Rock will take that first down.
Well, he might be later, though. We'll see how this one goes. 1st and goal at the 5, but now a flag and false start against the Rockets. So goes back to the 10. 1st and goal at the 10 for Slippery Rock.
That has really been an issue, certainly for this Slippery Rock offense, is the pre-snap, formation and
they had
penalties.
They had a bundle of them last week and still led 20-7 at halftime.
Right.
Now 1st and goal back at the 10. Back point of the ball, touching the 10. Peyton Rich in as a fullback to the left. Double tight set. Popovic trying to get around the right side on a quarterback run. Popovic a stiff arm on Bear. Popovic turns the corner, gets to the pylon, and is he in? Yes, touchdown. Doug Popovic scores from 10 yards out. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. And it's a 9-play, 62-yard drive for Slippery Rock to begin tonight's game.
Yeah, he took the ball right out of Scott's gut and then took off for the edge and was able to find it and get into the end zone. Nice job by the senior quarterback.
So Doug Popovic going over the right side. Gives Slippery Rock the lead, and now Zach Lasko, all-region kicking specialist on. He's 5 of 9 on PATs this year. They have been somewhat problematic. He's 2 for 3 on field goals, kicked 2 against Sharon 2 weeks ago. Petrus will hold, Patterson to snap. Snap comes back, Lasko's kick, it is up. And the PAT is good. He adds a conversion, and Slippery Rock has a 7-0 lead with 8:29 to go in quarter number 1. We'll come back with a kickoff after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
You're independent, so are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Looking for a career with purpose and growth? G.W. Becker is hiring. As a leader in overhead crane manufacturing, G.W. Becker offer hands-on careers in engineering, skilled trades, and business operations. Enjoy competitive pay, great benefits, and the chance to work on real-world projects with a team that values quality and innovation. G.W. Becker is looking for welders, mechanical assemblers, field service technicians, and other positions. Apply at gwbcrane.com. That's gwbcrane.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Slippery Rock kickoff. Lasko has it teed up on the near side at the 40-yard line and angles it to the far side. It's going to bounce around, and Will Vogan fields it back at his 28-yard line. Vogan along the far side, and he'll be nudged out of bounds by Peyton Rich. Pretty good field position for Slippery Rock to begin this drive.
Yeah, they just trying to chip it over there. It looked like Lasko was, and see if maybe some crazy things could happen. But a nice job by Will Vogan, picking it up and picking up a couple of positive yards before he's forced out of bounds.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 30-yard line.
See what this kind of new look, if you will, Sharpsville offense looks like.
We'll see what the Blue Devils like to do. They certainly have a fleet of receivers and so forth. And coming in motion is going to be a shovel forward to Tamarham McCullough around the right side, upfield to the 35. Brought down by Carter Jenneret, but a nice start to the drive. Tamarham McCullough, we expect to see him have a greater role in the offense tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. It was really good kind of jet sweep action and some good blocking out there. It looked like Cole Schwartz was going to be able to kind of size him up, but got knocked off the line by some good downfield blocking. Allowed McCullough to pick up those extra yards.
Right with the completion to Ham McCullough, and the ball out to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2 as Sharpsville moves left to right. Bright in the shotgun. Vogan in motion. The handoff is bobbled. It's pinballing around. Still loose. It's knocked away. Rich will fall on it for Slippery Rock. Peyton Rich recovers the fumble, and Slippery Rock will take over at the 27-yard line. Talked about turnovers being a problem for both teams this year, and Slippery Rock with the early takeaway.
You know, basketball coaches love it when 4 or 5 guys touch the ball before a basket. Football, that's not a good thing. About 4 Sharpsville guys bounced around and touched it before. Yeah, Rich was able to pick it up on the bounce. He tried to run with it, lost it, and then still had the best angle to go pick it up. So turnover for Sharpsville, and Slippery Rock's offense will take back over.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line after Peyton Rich, the recovery. Rockets will send Stadmiller wide to the left. Now Patterson is a wing to the right. Rich motions left to right. And the handoff goes to Long on a counter over the left side. Long into the middle of the defense, runs right into Roman Massey. And Massey drops him after a pickup of maybe a yard. It will be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Roman Massey, 5'10", 245-pound. Remember, he picked up that fumble against Girard when we saw the Blue Devils in Week 1. Good athlete and really kind of growing into that position here in his sophomore year. Nice play there to stop Long from getting any traction.
2nd and 9. Call it 2nd and 8. A generous spot perhaps for Long.
Yeah.
Popovic back to pass. Popovic throwing the ball downfield. It's going to be caught inside the 20. Owen Long making the grab. It'll be 1st and 10. Slippery Rock has returned to the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah, good route run there by Long, and certainly Popovic. Perfect pass out there. Pretty good coverage out there, but Long made a nice catch in kind of in traffic.
Owen Long making the catch. Ball down to the 16-yard line, pickup of 12. Popovic, who scored the rushing touchdown earlier, now brings his team to the line of scrimmage with 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Slippery Rock the lead and looking for more. Long motions from left to right. 3 men to the right. Popovic will hand it on an end around coming back the other way. It's Logan Schlobaum. He's to the 10, to the 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Slippery Rock. Logan Schlobaum. The Rock went to the back of the playbook for that one. It's a 16-yard run for the wide receiver. 13-0 Slippery Rock.
Yeah, little trick play there for the Rockets, and yeah, no doubt about it. Went to something they've been working on. Great misdirection created by Popovic going right, which, remember, he just scored the touchdown in the last possession, and he was able to pitch it out to a very fast Logan Schlobaum, and Schlobaum able to get into the end zone untouched.
13-0 with Lasco's PAT forthcoming. Kicking out of the hold of John Petrus, the backup quarterback. Snap a bit high. Kick on the way. It is up. It is good. And a flag thrown by the umpire. And you wonder if maybe Sharpsville will be called for leveraging or a personal foul. Looked like one of the guys might have springboard himself over the line.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell by the Slippery Rock guys, they're kind of retreating there. Like retreating to the sideline knowing that they're going to decline it.
And it is a personal foul against Sharpsville. And it looks like it's going to be enforced on the kickoff. Kick is good. And the kickoff will come from the Sharpsville side of midfield. Good start for Slippery Rock on the road tonight. Rockets with a 14-0 lead. We'll be back with a kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7.
XYZ Insurance, how can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
H-O-M-E, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Nobody plans to get hurt at work, and when I did, I had no idea what to do. So I called the Joanno Legal Group.
The insurance companies have attorneys on call. You deserve to have one too. You deserve to know your rights, and you deserve to have answers to all your questions. Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. There's no fee unless we settle your case or have to fight to protect your benefits. Please visit us at joannolegalgroup.com or call us toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
$14-0, and after the penalty on the extra point. The kickoff will come in Sharpsville territory at the 45-yard line. Lasko, who already has a couple of touchbacks this year, kicking off from the regular spot.
Yeah.
Chance to put this one deep into the pine trees. Or will the Rock maybe try and pooch us inside the 10?
Yeah, like they did last time. Now even certainly a better chance to make something happen by doing it here.
Lasko tees it up at the 45 on the near left hash. And he sends a line drive downfield. It lands in the middle of the end zone, and indeed it will be a touchback. And Sharpsville begins this drive at the 20, trailing 14-0 here at home.
Yeah, I like that idea, right? I mean, you don't want to mess around too much with another pooch kick, especially after the penalty. Just kick it into the end zone and get your defense out there. Sharpsville offense, again, finding out kind of midweek that Gino Curry would not be available to them, mid-late week, actually. And, had a couple of positive plays. That opening jet sweep action play to Tramar Ham-McCullough picked up 8 yards, but still nothing really to hang their hat on in that first drive. See if they can't get something established here.
1st and 10 from the 20. Blue Devils moving left to right. Vogan in motion and bobbled the handoff, able to collect it, spins upfield and gets 2, runs into Lamont Patterson. But Vogan, who had the fumble on the last possession, had some trouble hanging onto that one, able to hold on to it, but certainly threw off the timing.
Yeah, it was, and again, you just wonder about the number of reps that they've had running these particular plays. Almost kind of reinventing the wheel a little bit, if you will, offensively without Curry in there. So, yeah, a couple of kind of shaky-looking plays, just as far as being able to make the exchange from one player to the other.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line. Lincoln Bright in the shotgun. Bright will give it to Michael McLaren. McLaren getting the start in the backfield, and he's going to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage. And second effort, he'll pick up a yard, but he did a good job, Chris, of getting something where it looked like he was going to get nothing. Cole Staub and Jacob Rich in there for the Slippery Rock defense.
Yeah, I mean, Peyton Rich had him behind the line of scrimmage, and somehow he was able to shake away a little bit, and his cousin Jacob Rich took care of it a couple of yards later. But, Staub able to pick up a few yards there.
3rd down and 7 at the 23. As we're under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Slippery Rock, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. This is just the 5th offensive play of the night for Sharpsville, as the Blue Devils' first drive ended on an early fumble. Bright in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Bright with a deep drop, has time, sending it downfield, and nearest man to it is the safety, Owen Long, and a flag at the end of the play. And did one of these Slippery Rock men hit Bright late?
Yeah, could be that, and that would be certainly not a good look, because Bright threw the ball into 5 white jerseys with 1 blue jersey. No need for anything afterwards. The pressure was good enough.
So 4:36 to go. It's either going to be 4th down or an automatic first down for Slippery Rock. As the discussion continues, unsportsmanlike against Slippery Rock. So it was not a late hit, but it's still 15 yards. That's enough for the first down. So, perhaps a break for Sharpsville. We saw a couple of those types of penalties really haunt Slippery Rock last week.
No question. I mean, right, they got Sharpsville has their young quarterback under duress, kind of throwing up a prayer, if you will, up there with the 5 defensive backs back there and 1 Sharpsville receiver. And then something happened after, either a late hit or some kind of jawing, and now Sharpsville has new life and a first down.
Joey Gill's in at center tonight. Leland McCarroll not dressed. That was a late scratch. Bright rolling right, sidearm delivery downfield, caught by Landon Hassel on a comeback. Hassel knocked out of bounds near the 44. Hassel, who's really emerged as a sophomore, 9th catch of the season for him. He'll pick up 6.
I love that play, Briggsy. That rolling Lincoln Bright out, and just kind of getting Hassel, the flanker, isolated one-on-one, and then he comes back to his quarterback, and Bright really threw a nice ball there on the run. That's the sharpest looking play that the Sharpsville offense has had all night here.
2nd down and 4 at the 44. McNutt is in at right tackle with Gill sliding to center, so that's why McNutt's not wearing the tight end number. Wing to the right is Vogan. Next to tight end, Caleb Conkar. Bright out of the shotgun, back to pass. Bright downfield and incomplete. Had a man open over the middle. That was Conkar, the tight end. Pass behind him, however, and it will be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I mean, Bright showing some guts hanging into that pocket there with all kinds of slippery rock pressure. But Jay just threw it a little bit behind his tight end there, Caleb Conkar. That would have been a 1st down.
Instead, it is 3rd and 4 with 4:21 to go first quarter, 14-0. Don't forget, after the game, as always, we'll have the Reinhardt's and Shorts player of the game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. That's coming up in our postgame tonight here from McCracken Field. Week number 5 of the 2025 season. Hassel deploys wide right. Conkar's a tight end to the left. And we're going to have a timeout as Sharpsville cannot get everybody lined up. Blue Devils take time. We'll take it as well with 4:21 to go in the first quarter. Sharpsville facing 3rd and 4 when we come back on Sports Radio 96.7.
The 21st Century Energy Group is the leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. For over 50 years, they have provided quality heating oils, propane, heat, gasoline, diesel, and lubricants to western Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio, with 7 locations including Newcastle, Grove City, Conneaut Lake, and Erie. The 21st Century Energy Group is your locally owned neighborhood fuel provider. Call them today for your home heating or commercial fuel needs at 1-800-922-5454. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook or visit them at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
And we are back here at Sharpsville. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you tonight. Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game. Whoops. Hit the wrong button there. Sorry about that. Too many buttons, too many cords here. We're trying to get. We've got some that isn't quite the way it's supposed to be for some reason, and we're looking to get that rectified here. But Sharpsville looking to get rectified here, 3rd and 4 from its own 44-yard line. Moving left to right. Bright back to pass, rolling right, hit by Patterson, and it'll be incomplete. Close to grounding. He was outside of the free blocking zone, and the ball got past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Lamont Patterson coming on the linebacker blitz there. Pretty much got to Lincoln Bright untouched, and Bright rolled out, did a nice job maybe getting outside the box and getting it away to avoid the grounding penalty. But good call by the Slippery Rock defense, and good effort by Lamont Patterson.
So it is 4th down. And Gavin Akins to punt. Gets the kick away. High side spinner, angle to the near side. It's going to land in the first row. And Slippery Rock is going to come out of this with good field position. We'll see where the ball was put down. The official stops at the Slippery Rock 39-yard line. 17-yard punt. 4:06 to go first quarter. Rockets will have it, leading 14-0.
Yeah, that was kind of a tough one for the officials. You know, as far as judging where it went out of bounds, I mean, that one almost got to us, Briggsy. So, we got that low vantage point here at Sharpsville that we actually love. But it was only a couple of rows beneath us.
So it will be 1st down and 10, call it the 40, a 16-yard punt.
Sort of a slow-moving first half a little bit. 4 minutes, 6 seconds still to go in the first quarter. Slippery Rock getting their 3rd possession.
Popovic out of the pistol. Popovic rolling right. Popovic under pressure from Bear, and he'll send it downfield, and it's caught out at the 45-yard line, knocked out of bounds after making that catch. Lamont Patterson with his 2nd catch of the evening, and a nice gain on 1st down.
Yeah, Popovic rolled out and had Lamont Patterson out there in the flare, but then decided to look down the field. Nothing there. He checked down, and Patterson's still there. Threw a nice pass out to him.
Pick up on the play of, give him 7 to the 47-yard line as Chris greets a couple of his fans. You have fans everywhere, Chris.
I know. It's a good feeling.
Second and 3 from the Rocket 47. And movement up front or timeout? Timeout, Slippery Rock. Rockets will take a timeout with 3:56 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Slippery Rock with the lead. We'll come back with more after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live, brought to you by American Legion Post 299 in Sharon.
To help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Each team has taken a timeout here in the early going. 3:56 to go, first quarter, 14-0 Slippery Rock the lead. Along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs with you tonight here at Sharpsville High School. Popovic will give it the long, spins out of the pile, long to the near side of the 45. Breaks a tackle from Bright, and then Bright finally brings him down at the 40. Flag thrown in by the back judge at the end of the play. As of now, it would be a first down, but we'll see if this one stands.
Yeah, a couple you could almost see from our vantage point. Some blocks maybe that were right sort of on the mark, on the edge. Yeah, it's going to be another hold on Slippery Rock, it looks like.
So Long with a nice run and takes it into Sharpsville territory, but looks like the fourth flag of the night on the Rockets is going to negate it. It is a hold, as Chris said. And we'll bring up second down and we're about back to where we were almost.
Yeah, both of those penalties, that, the one that brought the Owen Long touchdown back, and then that one, they came sort of at like late in the play, kind of with a side block that was like, you almost didn't need to make it, but absolutely the correct call needed to be called.
So it's a gain of 11, a 10-yard penalty, 2nd and 2. Give us the Scott charging up the middle. Cole Scott into Sharpsville territory, down to the 42. So he gets the penalty yardage back and a new set of downs for the Rockets.
Yeah, you can see Cole Scott that time. We talked about him in the pregame. 6'3", 190. Has a little bit of an edge to him, and able to just kind of plow through and pick up the first down.
3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And the handoff will be fake. Popovic lost it, now picked it up. Popovic in trouble, dodges a man. He's to the 35. Popovic far sideline to the 25, to the 20. Doug Popovic down inside the 10. He's going to take it in, touchdown. Popovic fumbled it, picked it up, broke a number of tackles, and goes 42 yards for his second touchdown run of the night.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play before the fumble, and then he was trying to get out to the right edge, the far side of the field. Bounced right back up to him, and he just kind of said, all right, and kind of took off running. Decent block out there by, I think it was Logan Schloball, gave him a pretty good block on the edge, so take that one, certainly, if you're Slippery Rock.
And the season really haven't had many breaks.
Yeah,
they got one there.
There you go, yeah.
But Popovic takes it in for the touchdown with 3:09 to go in the first quarter. Popovic recovering his own fumble and taking it in. And now Lasko to attempt the extra point. Snap from Patterson back. Kick is up from Lasko. A line drive. It is good. He's 3 for 3. And Slippery Rock 3 for 3 as well. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. And it's 21-0 Rockets with 3:09 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7. Zach Lasko to kick off. Has the ball teed up on the near hash mark on the 40. 2 men deep for Sharpsville. Vogan on the near side. Ham McCullough far side. Lasko, short kick angled far side, fielded at the 30 by Hassel. Hassel will get a few yards and then is pancaked down. Lamont Patterson buries him there shy of the 35, and flags fly in at the end of the play again. And it's either going to be great field position for Sharpsville or not great field position.
Yeah, it was, again, it was one of those, flags that kind of came not way after the play, but enough after the play that you don't necessarily think it was something that had to do with the action on the field.
And referee George Snyder will tell us it is a personal foul. Personal foul against Sharpsville. So a 5-yard mark off.
Yeah.
Or 15, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of those tonight, kind of, there just must be some kind of jawing, and the officials have, pretty much taken a zero tolerance.
Okay, was it offsetting?
Oh, okay.
Apparently offsetting because they have not moved the ball.
Okay.
I glanced down for just a moment to enter the penalty in. And
I mean, usually you and I are pretty aware when there's some, big-time jawing or some shenanigans after the play going on, and we haven't seen much, but that's that's the third of those, right?
1st and 10 for Sharpsville, moving left to right. Snap, fumbled, picked up in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss for the Blue Devils. And now another flag at the end of the play thrown by the back judge as Atkins and Patterson were tangled up, and it's a short loss on the play, but the penalty coming in. If Lamont Patterson were a hockey player, he'd be known as an instigator.
He would. He would, yeah. That time, though, I think they're probably going to get Sharpsville for blocking well after the play was over. Again, it might be another situation where there's offsetting because of what happened beforehand. But yeah, I mean, that's a good way to put it. He would be.
He's a Jarkko Ruutu type.
Yeah.
Putting together a very good season this year. We
you're-
saw last week.
yeah.
You always see number 5 in the middle of it. He's
he plays with a lot of passion, plays with a lot of heart, loves. This is an overused expression, but he loves to play. He's a guy. He's out there. He loves the contact. He loves to play.
and it is a personal foul against Sharpsville. So as you said, he was on the receiving end. It's 15-yard mark off. It's going to go back. And it's a dead ball penalty. They marked off an extra yard or two.
But just one of those deals where they were tangled up, and he just kind of kept blocking after the play was over.
So second down and a country mile. And the handoff will come near side for Ham McCullough, trying to get around the right end, and no room at all. Owen Long coming downhill from his safety spot. It's a loss on the play. It'll bring up third and the better part of 30 yards for Sharpsville.
Yeah, Owen Long. Again, we've talked a lot about his offensive exploits, but certainly there made a great play. You're right, came the whole way across the field using that speed. Cut down that play before it even got started.
So third down and 32. Blue Devils have to get to the 45. The ball's at the 13. So we come up on the 2-minute mark. Bright in the shotgun. Ham McCullough slot right inside of Landon Hassel. Concarzo tight end to the left. Vogan wing left. Bright with a long count. And timeout Sharpsville. Blue Devils take time with 1:53 to go. It'll be third and long when we come back. Good start on the road tonight for Slippery Rock. We'll be back with more after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word AUTO to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
Come on out to the Sharon American Legion Post 299 and enjoy bingo every Thursday and Friday. First number called at 6:45. Join us for trivia night every Thursday at 6 p.m. Our grill room serves up great food daily, and our kitchen is open Thursday through Saturday from noon to 9. We proudly welcome all veterans to our community. Visit Sharon American Legion Post 299 on East State Street for good company, good times, and a warm welcome.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
3rd and long for Sharpsville. Bright will hand it on a counter to Vogan, trying to get around the left side. Being pursued by Long. Vogan breaks one tackle, giving ground. Vogan is going to be knocked out of bounds along the far sideline. Short loss for Vogan on that slow developing play, and Akins will have to punt from his own end zone.
Yeah, Long and Patterson just putting all kinds of heat on Vogan, trying to turn the corner there, and just nowhere for him to go. They're finally able to corral him and get him down.
It's going to be a loss on the far side back to the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and 40 for Sharpsville.
Wow.
And Akins will punt. And the punt angle to the near side, and it's going to go out of bounds near the 25-yard line. And end of the play as we see Patterson mixing it up with Concar of Sharpsville. George Snyder says, all right, that's enough, boys.
Yeah.
You know that the referee Snyder's not going to take any
Oh,
guff.
no. Oh, no. Yeah, that's...
But the punt out of bounds, and wait for the spot to be officially marked. With 1:03 to go in the first quarter, 21-0 Slippery Rock with the lead, and this drive is going to start in the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer and Meadville. McCandless Ford, your one-stop shop in both Mercer and Meadville. The ball put down at the 17-yard line.
Yeah.
With 1:03 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first possession that we've had all year that started in the McCandless Ford red zone after a punt.
1st and 10 at the 17. Popovic in the shotgun. And the handoff is to Cole Scott over the right side. Scott hit and dropped immediately by Bear. Caleb Concar also there. Short pickup. Coming up when we make the turn to the second quarter, Chris will have some updates. We'll, of course, have the exhaustive Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update coming up at the intermission. Everybody played non-league games in Week 5 in District 10. Why? We don't know, but they are. 2nd and 8, Popovic back to pass downfield and incomplete. Stadmiller was wide open. It hit him in the breadbasket. It will be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, he had to go down to go get it, and just not able to make the play on it.
So now 3rd and 8 at the 15. In Lasco's field goal range are the Rockets. .31 seconds to go in this slow-moving first quarter. Popovic will give it to Scott. Cole Scott over the right side, gets hit by Concar, stacked up and brought down to the turf here. And then also in there, Michael McLaren to finish off Scott after that short pickup. It's going to be 4th down for the Rockets. And we'll see what head coach Larry Wenderus elects to do. He'll have the quarter break to talk about it as we're down to 8 seconds to go. It's going to be 4th down and about 7 for Slippery Rock. We've reached the end of the first quarter. We'll change ends and see what Slippery Rock does when we come back. Good start on the road for the Rock. 21-0. Slippery Rock leads on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
At Reed & Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service.
Reed and Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed and Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed and Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com.
Need top-notch cardiology care? Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants, part of Meadville Medical Center, is here for you. Serving Mercer County and Ohio, our expert providers offer dedicated heart health services at 2999 Innovation Way in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and 880 West Liberty Street in Hubbard, Ohio. For appointments, call 724-983-1800 for Hermitage or 330-269-1916 for Hubbard. More info at nmchs.org. Choose Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group for all of your roofing, siding, and exterior needs.
Teams change ends. Slippery Rock now going left to right, 4th and 7 at the 14-yard line, along with Chris Burtch. Ryan Briggs with you tonight on Sports Radio 96.7. And Slippery Rock keeps the offense on the field for this 4th down play.
All right, here we go.
And the chains are not set properly. They have it set as 4th and 10. It's 4th and 7. The trail guy's in the wrong spot. He should be back at the 17-yard line.
Got the
slipper. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to say trips over there on that side, so we'll see maybe some kind of a fade, some fade action over there.
And it is 4th and 7 at the 14. Schlobaum wide right. Scott is a wing to the left. 3 receivers to the left. Popovic back to pass. Popovic throwing it down the middle. Caught, touchdown, Slippery Rock. Cole Scott open in the end zone. The Rockets score on 4th and 7.
Wow. Really well designed play as Popovic kind of looked off. He looked over at the 3 wide receivers on the far side of the field. They flooded this side with Schlobaum. Cole Scott just kind of slipping right up the middle from that fullback spot. Nice pass by Popovic and a nice catch by Cole Scott.
So Popovic 2 touchdown runs and now a touchdown pass tonight. And it's 27-0 Slippery Rock with the PAT forthcoming from Lasco. Kicking towards the fieldhouse end. Snap is good. The kick out of Petrus's hold is up, and it is good. 28-0 the lead for Slippery Rock. Rockets, they left the offense out there, Chris, and it results in points.
Yeah, I love the play call. A lot of creativity we've seen from the Slippery Rock offense these last couple of weeks, and a couple of great plays tonight. The touchdown on the reverse action to Schlobaum, and then that play, really nice job by the quarterback Doug Popovic, selling that he was throwing a fade to the 3 receivers. Schlobaum occupied a D-back, and then Popovic able to hit Scott right down the middle.
11:53 to go, second quarter. Slippery Rock leading 28-0. Before the kickoff, Chris, you have a few scores for us.
I do, yeah, Briggsy. Reynolds is up 22-6 on Lakeview. Erie, we knew they would be good. That's a very good 0-4 team. They're up 6-3 on Hickory. Grove City just scored Purdy a 1-yard run. They're up 7-0 on Fort LaBeouf. And the only kind of out-of-area score that I have, I'll have a bunch at halftime, is Meadville and McDowell are tied 7-7.
Of course, Hickory, Kelvin Morrison not playing tonight.
Yeah.
With a calf injury. Jaden Phillips, of course, injured for the season last week in the win over Sharon. Tomorrow night, Sharon Farrell, the Steel Bowl. We'll have that on the radio here.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a game, and should be very telling. Two great rivalry, 2 great programs, and 2 teams that are very good this year, as they usually are.
Lasco has the ball teed up, as is custom, on the left hash mark at the 40. And he pops it far side. It's going to be fielded by Cadence Thomas back at his 25. He'll get to the 30. Then he is shoulder blocked out of bounds over there by Cole Scott. So Scott who caught the touchdown. Then on special teams, excuse me, that was not him. That was John Petrus.
Yeah, that was Petrus.
He's built like Scott. He hit
Yeah.
like Scott as well. And it'll be Sharpsville taking over at the 30-yard line after the run back.
Petrus is a guy, like, he's just getting more and more confident in football stuff. You know, he's obviously, you know, a quarterback of the future. He could really throw it. But he's doing some good things. They gave him the start last week with Schwartz out at the corner. And, he's become kind of a special teams ace.
Sharpsville 1st and 10 from its own 30. Bright in the shotgun. Bright bobbles a snap, and then he will fall on it back at the 26-yard line. Again, with the new center, Joey Gill, this week. You have a quarterback making his third start, a center making his first start, along with all the other injuries.
Yeah.
It's Sharpsville's it's not easy.
And you just can't get the reps either, Briggsy. You think about the size of the Sharpsville roster, and then some of the guys that are hurt or nursing injuries and aren't practicing full speed. It's even hard to practice 11 on 11 to try to get some reps against an actual defense. So, a lot of things stacked up against this Sharpsville offense.
2nd and 13 now back at the 27. Landon Hassel wide to the left. Bright in the shotgun. Single back next to him, and the handoff is the running back. It's going to be Michael McLaren. McLaren hit and hauled down at the line of scrimmage. Carter Jenneret, the defensive end. We called his name quite a bit last week against Grove City as well. He comes down the line to make the tackle. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, just a really good push by the Rock defensive front there. And just again, we've seen that on a lot of the running plays that the Sharpsville's had. Is there's just nowhere for the backs to go. There's white jerseys everywhere.
3rd down upcoming. Sharpsville 3rd and 13 from the 27. Blue Devils, they are in the red in terms of total yardage tonight, -9 so far. Hassel wide left. Tremar Ham McCullough slot left. Ball in the middle of the field. Bright in the shotgun for this 3rd down play. Bright back to pass against the 4-man rush. Finds Hassel near side. Hassel back to the original line of scrimmage, and the knee hit Kane Humphrey out in pass coverage. Schlobbaum also there. A modest pickup to the 32, gain of 5. It's 4th down for Sharpsville.
Yeah, some of my favorite plays tonight, kind of the most impressive looking plays for Sharpsville, have been Bright rolling out and finding Landon Hassel. That's 2 of them that I've really liked. That you want to get Hassel on an island with one defensive back.
Now 4th and 8 at the 32. Hassel will go wide to the right. Ham McCullough into the slot. It's the wide side of the field for this 4th and 8 play. Devils have to get to the 40. Bright in the shotgun. Bright back to pass. Bright downfield and incomplete. Short hops Hassel, and the Blue Devils will turn it over on downs with 9:13 to go in the first half. Blue Devils have gone for it more often than any other team this year in the area on 4th down. Now 13 of 23 after that misfire. And Slippery Rock takes over at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, good pressure that time by Carter Jenneret. You mentioned it. He played probably the best game of his career last week against Grove City, and has continued that, playing with confidence tonight. Put a lot of pressure on Bright. Bright couldn't make the pass he wanted to make there.
9:13 to go in the half. 28-0 Slippery Rock. For the 3rd time tonight, the Rockets will begin a drive in Sharpsville territory. 4 receivers set, 2 men to either side. Popovic back to pass. Popovic throwing the ball downfield, has a man, it's long, he'll take it in. Touchdown, Slippery Rock. And no, you're going to say that's short, about 6 inches away, so it is not a touchdown for Popovic. That's as close as you can come to throwing a touchdown without getting one.
Yeah.
But Owen Long, a 31-yard grab. It's 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah, just throwing it in a breadbasket there. Doug Popovic, great route run by Long. Had to really turn on the jets to go get it. Able to go get it, but was tripped up, right inside the 1-yard line.
Popovic, his grandparents are watching in Florida tonight.
Nice.
Tuned in. Nice. Glad to have them checking in, and they liked what young Doug did there. And this time he'll hand it off to Scott, and Cole Scott blasts into the end zone for the touchdown. And the short field results in points. Slippery Rock extends the lead to 34-0.
Yeah. Yeah, again, the domination there by the offensive line on a lot of these running plays, evident there, as Scott just able to go in untouched behind an offensive line that got great push.
Scott with his first touchdown of the night, 5th of the season for Cole Scott. Lasco to attempt the extra point out of the hold of John Petrus. Kicking towards the field house. Snap a bit high. Petrus puts it down. The kick is up. And able to tuck it inside the left upright. It is good. Slippery Rock in command. 8:44 to go in the first half. We'll come back with more after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live. Brought to you by Sharon American Legion Post 299 in Sharon.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group for all of your roofing, siding, and exterior needs.
Zach Lasco's been a busy young man. He'll kick off tonight for the 6th time. Ball in the left hash mark from the 40. Pooches it downfield. It's going to hit at the 25 and go out of bounds, but was there a flag before that? Was Slippery Rock offsides? I don't see a flag over there, but
looks like everybody's retreating as if that's the case.
And we'll wait for the official indication. Yep, now we see the flag finally came out, so it'll be a 5-yard mark-off. Back to the 35. Slippery Rock, 5 penalties, 45 yards tonight for the Rockets.
Yeah, they've done a little better with the pre-snap stuff, but still a couple of kind of extracurricular ones, and then that one. And, of course, the only real painful one was the one that took the touchdown away from Owen Long, but then they scored later in that drive.
Popovic, 2 touchdown runs and a touchdown pass. Scott with a touchdown rushing and receiving. Logan Schlobaum scored on a 16-yard end around. And the Rockets will try the kickoff again, this time from the 35. Vogan deep along with Ham McCullough for Sharpsville. They're back inside the 20. Lasco puts the right foot into this one, and it's going to skip and go out of bounds. Nice catch made by the guy in the chain gang over there. Kept it from going over the fence. Saved a book rule double.
Yeah, didn't drop his chain either.
That was a good job.
Good, yeah.
Fielding his position. Appropriate with a pennant race ongoing. Kick went out of bounds to the 25, and we'll see what Sharpsville elects to do. Take the ball at the 35 or ask for another re-kick.
Sure, they'll want the ball at the 35. Yep. See the offense coming out.
The kick out of bounds, and so it will be marked at the 40 this time because the kick went from the came from the 35.
Okay.
So it's that yardage will be 25 yards from the point of kickoff. So it'll be first down Sharpsville at the 40-yard line with 8:44 to go in the half. Sharpsville moving right to left in the blue jerseys, blue pants, white stripes, white helmets, white numbers and letters. Ham McCullough in motion, gets the handoff, going over left guard, and he'll get a couple before Cole Scott brings him down at the 42. Gain of 8, Slippery Rock white jerseys, red numbers and letters with red across the top, across the shoulders, silver pants with a red and white stripe, silver helmets for the Rockets. New threads this year for the High Rockets.
Yep. Yeah, they look sharp. Speaking of sharp, I like the way Chamar Ham McCullough runs. Obviously, 5'9", 140-pound freshman. He's got some growing to do, but he does some great things, got some good feet.
2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Ham McCullough, cuts inside, and he'll be brought down by Cole Schwartz. And a flag at the end of the play. And a second flag. Peyton Rich also in on the play. And we'll see what the infraction or infractions are. $7:53 to go in the half.
I think one of them might have been a face mask on McCullough.
Personal foul against Sharpsville. And apparently both officials saw the same thing.
Okay. I saw the extra hit, or the late hit, I guess, by Sharpsville. It was on Cole Scott. But I thought the first flag might have been a face mask on him.
It was a dead ball penalty as well. So the ball goes back to the 20, or the 37, 3rd and 23. So insult to injury for Sharpsville. 4th flag of the night for the Blue Devils for 50 yards. Of course, the penalties, as we said, for Slippery Rock this year, penalties have been a problem for Sharpsville too.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have timeout Sharpsville. Blue Devils want to talk it over. We'll take a break as well. 7:41 to go in the half. Sharpsville has 3rd down and 23 when we come back. We'll have more second quarter action after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Whether it's a criminal charge, a family dispute, or an injury that wasn't your fault, you need someone who will fight for you. Hi, I'm attorney Michael T. Muha, and I have the experience, the compassion, and the determination to stand by your side when it matters most. Don't face the system alone. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, today, because your rights, your family, and your future are worth protecting. Criminal defense, family law, personal injury. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, at 724-301-6967 or at muhalaw.com.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word auto to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group for all of your roofing, siding, and exterior needs.
Aikens to punt. It's deflected at the line. It goes upfield. And Sawyer Allen will slide to the 45-yard line. How was it 4th down, Chris?
I don't know.
Because the first play, Ham McCullough ran for 2 yards, correct?
Right.
The next play, he was stopped for no gain. And then there was the personal foul at the end of the play. So that made it 3rd and 23 back at the 27. They took the timeout and then punted.
Yeah, it's like they added a down. I don't know what the scoop is.
They lost
there,
a down.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. They added a play, yeah.
I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know.
No, I don't remember. I do not remember another play. No, I do not.
I know I had a birthday recently, but I still think I have most of my faculties. So 1st and 10 at the 47 after the punt. And the handoff will come to Peyton Rich around the right side. Rich near sideline, and Rich is brought out of bounds, and a flag thrown on Ham McCullough. And that might be one of those ones because the fence is so close to the sideline here. Every hit near the sideline looks like a late hit.
It might have been a face mask, too, because you could see Peyton Rich's helmet was all messed up.
Well, that is a very good point.
Yeah.
But Rich getting a rare carry, but Peyton Rich, he's a guy, he probably could play about 11 different positions
he really could.
and do at minimum a very adequate job, if not a very good job.
No question, right? They really like him. You know, again, kind of that Swiss Army knife kind of a guy.
It is a face mask.
Yeah, I mean, his helmet was like sideways and halfway off when he got up from that tackle.
The face mask will add 15 yards. The ball will be put down at the 20-yard line. And the Rockets are back in the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, your one-stop shop in Mercer and Meadville. Handoff will come to Rich again, and this time he's going to be hauled down. It's going to be a horse collar on Jordan White. Sharpsville sideline not happy, but he got him up high and pulled him down, and the officials will talk it over to make sure that they saw the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, you almost feel, Sharpsville's still trying to play hard.
And they will wave it off.
All right, I agree with that. Yeah,
you like good officiating there.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah,
and good defense too.
Good defense. Yeah, that was the thing. That's what I was trying to say. Is you're down 35-0. You're trying to find some positives. Your guy makes a good play, and so yeah, really good officiating there to pick that up.
So now 2nd and 15, back at the 25. Patterson in motion, gets a handoff, jet sweeper on the left side. Patterson dodging a couple of men. He'll get the ball back inside the McCandless Ford red zone, and more flags. Lamont Patterson shepherded away by a couple of teammates.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the penalty or penalties are. Okay, the back judge threw a flag, and the head linesman threw one. Lamont Patterson taking on a greater role in the ground game tonight.
Yeah, he
picks up 8 to the 17, penalty pending.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's good use of his skill set. But I don't know what happened there, but
George Snyder, who has been busy tonight. Personal foul, Sharpsville for a horse collar.
Yeah, okay.
So that will be stepped off half the distance from the end of the run. And it will be let's see. 10. Ball goes down to the 8. So it's going to be, it is 1st and goal at the 8. And the handoff is to Scott. No, Popovic pulls it out. Popovic around the right side, and he's going to be dropped at the 5 by McLaren and Ham McCullough.
Kind of pulled it right out of the gut of Scotty. I think you weren't the only one who got fooled. I think all of the linebackers for Sharpsville were too.
Yeah, you will not see any quarterback ride a fullback longer than did Popovic there.
He does that a lot. He does that really well.
2nd and goal now at the 5. With 6:20 to go in the half. Homecoming 2025. They'll have the Queen coronation at halftime. Chris will have the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update. And we'll recap the first half of action here. Handoff comes to Rich around the right side. Peyton Rich will take it in for the touchdown. Peyton Rich scores on a 5-yard run to the short side of the field, going around right end. Peyton Rich, his first touchdown of the night, capping a 5-play, 47-yard touchdown march that used 93 seconds.
Yeah, good job by Slippery Rock. Again, they've been, their execution has been crisp tonight. Again, still too many penalties, but still a really nice drive here as we start to make the turn towards the end of this second quarter.
Lasco to attempt the conversion. Petrus will hold. Patterson to snap. It's a good snap. The hold is down. The kick, a side spinner that is able to get over the crossbar. It's good. Zach Lasco, 6 attempts, 6 conversions. We have 6 minutes to go in the half. Slippery Rock adds to its lead. We'll come back with a kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Amount of fire and seasonings. You don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group for all of your roofing, siding, and exterior needs.
Halfway through the second quarter, Slippery Rock in command. Along with Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs with you tonight at Sharpsville. Jason Basil on the video camera for our Facebook 96.7 video feed. Art Shannon producing our game. Don't forget tonight, Art and Aaron Byro will have the Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show until 11 o'clock tonight. They'll recap all the action and also look ahead at tomorrow night's Steel Bowl, Sharon and Farrell, which we'll have here on the radio. Bob Greenberg and I will be at Farrell for that one. Lasco to kick off. And
it's actually Jennerat kicking.
Okay, Jennerat. Flag thrown on the far side and delay of game. So not a garden variety penalty there, the delay of game on the kickoff. But
I'm trying to think if I ever saw that before. I might have, but I'm not sure of it.
Not, I guess, directly pursuant to a kickoff. I know we've seen the third quarter, a delay of game of halftime has run long.
Right, yeah.
But,
I mean, what?
So Carter Jennerat will try it from 5 yards further back. The return men, Ham, McCullough, and Vogan have inched forward past the 20 of Sharpsville. Jennerat on the run-up, sends it down the hash. It hits one of the up men, Atkins, and then there's a pile forward, and Luke Atkins is able to secure it for Sharpsville.
Boy, did he take a shot for his efforts there. Yeah, he probably should have let it hit the ground. He tried to catch it on the fly, went down, wasn't able to catch it, hit off his shoes, and then he was able to go get it, but pretty much got hit by the entire kickoff team of Slippery Rock in the process.
He was kind of, he was in a bad spot there.
Yeah, that too, right. Yeah, it was where and how he got hit was very prone.
Atkins, two-way starter, tight end, and on the defensive front as well. First down and 10 for Sharpsville at the 45. Blue Devils have taken all three of their timeouts, but they have ample time. 5 minutes, 55 seconds to go in this second quarter. Double wing set. Single back behind Bright in the turn, and the give will go to Michael McLaren. McLaren in at fullback. McLaren moving the pile across the midfield line into Slippery Rock territory. Michael McLaren. Well, a nice run. That is the long run of the night for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, real positive play right there for the Blue Devils. Good push by the offensive line, too. It's weird, isn't it, Ryan, almost that, after years and years it seemed like of Sharpsville having the biggest offensive line around, that all of a sudden you got, guys that are barely over 200 pounds kind of being the anchors of this offensive line. They do a good job. They're athletic, but just, obviously girth is an issue for this offensive line.
2nd and 3 at the 48, ball in the midfield logo. Devils moving right to left, Bright under center. The double wing set, Ham McCullough in motion. He'll get the handoff. Jet sweep around left end. Ham McCullough cuts inside the number, stumbles, takes it inside the 40. And it'll be a first down for Sharpsville. Blue Devils pick up their second first down of the night.
Yeah, again, nice jet sweep action by McCullough. And when he turns the corner, look out. As he hit that, he kind of hit that hole, and outstanding.
Of course, Sharpsville now going under center here. And it's Delaware wing T offense. Again, the wing T is not a formation. I've heard some broadcasters say they come out in a wing T set. Well, no, the wing T is a four-back offensive scheme. The formation is one back, like it is here, McLaren fullback with double wing. So just something I wanted to expound upon that.
Oh.
McCullough in motion from left to right. They run the jet sweep to the right side. That's the wide side. Trying to turn the corner. He does. And a flag behind the play, however. McCullough brought down by Schlobaum far side. McCullough picks up about 10, but a penalty in the middle of the field thrown by the referee, and more often than not, that's a hold.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could see just kind of at the point of attack, right, as he got to the outside, was right where, I always say this, it's probably incorrect, but it's like the tacklers disappeared, and that's right where the hold is.
There's a Sharpsville player down on the far side, and it may be Ham McCullough. So we see the rest of the offense making its way over. So Sharpsville, with so many injuries, of course, Gino Curry, Leland McCarroll, the starting center. You just go up and down the list. Of course, Brady Gerlach, the starting quarterback a couple of weeks ago, and now Ham McCullough, who's emerged as certainly the number 2 rushing option, if not maybe 1B, if you will.
Yeah.
So we believe he is the player down on the far side.
And we talk a lot about this when we cover some of these 1A and 2A schools. It certainly affects 3As though too. Like if you have a couple of injuries, it the way you have to shuffle everybody and move positions around, it really does make a big difference.
Oh yeah, when your halfback goes to fullback, and then the tight end goes to halfback, and then the backup right tackle goes to tight end. We look tonight, Sharpsville. Tom McNutt has started at tight end the last few weeks.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of tight end. He's at offense. He's at right tackle tonight.
Right.
Because the right tackle moved to center.
Right. And it's just it's so difficult to deal with when you're talking about rosters that barely have 22 guys.
Well, after the injury, Sharpsville's roster's in the high 30s.
Yeah.
But they're also 20 of them are sophomores,
right,
and a number of them are freshmen.
Right.
So those are, some of those guys aren't quite ready for prime time, if you will.
No.
Ham McCullough's going to walk off on his own, which is certainly a good sign. We still have the matter of the penalty to be adjudicated, and it is a push or a block in the back against Sharpsville. That's going to wipe out a pickup of 13.
Jeez. Yeah.
That'll be the 7th penalty of the night on Sharpsville. McCullough will be credited with a short gain, then 10 yards from the spot. So give him 4.
Yeah, just a frustrating night for Sharpsville. We certainly know, that this is a quality football team, and they have some region games coming up that they're going to be right in. But tonight, not only are they're playing a really, kind of motivated and good Slippery Rock team, so many things haven't gone their way.
1st and 16 back at the 44. And it's going to be 1st and 11 as Slippery Rock jumped into the neutral zone. 7th penalty of the night against Sharpsville. Thank you very much, Ms. Brown. Give her a good tip, Chris.
Yeah, well, that was it. A high five.
Emily Brown, one of the esteemed faculty members here at Sharpsville, bringing some provisions for us. Thank you, Emily.
Yes.
Emily, the pride of Elwood City.
Yeah. Oh, my.
The penalty was on J.J. Robleski, who jumped into the neutral zone. And the ball will go to the 39-yard line, and it's 1st and 11. So we've had 1st and 2, 1st and 16, 1st and 12, and now 1st and 11 tonight. If you like such things, well, you're getting you're getting your fix tonight.
Yeah.
And Bright fakes the jet sweep handoff. Now he will spin upfield, has some positive yardage, gets popped, bounced off a defender, gets to the 35-yard line. Lincoln Bright with some improvisation to pick up 4 yards. My guess is that it was not supposed to be a fake, but they missed the handoff, and it turns out Bright, showing just sometimes athletes make plays, and Lincoln Bright made a play there.
Right, yeah. I mean, we heard Coach Piccarelli call him one of the best receivers in the region, and here he's playing quarterback, and that's I'm right, just the athletic instincts.
Well, again, going back to we were talking about the roster and stuff. Now your split end moves the quarterback. Landon Hassel, who was kind of the number 2 receiver, a slot guy, moves outside, and it just compounds.
Right.
2nd and 7 at the 35. 2:46 to go in the half. Sharpsville in Slippery Rock territory. Vogan motions left to right. Bright out of the shotgun, rolling left. Bright has time. Bright flushed, being pursued by Generette, giving ground. Now Bright back out the back door. Bright to the 25. Bright far side, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds. Down near the 20-yard line. Lincoln Bright with a scramble. Gets out of bounds. And it's going to be 1st down for Sharpsville on Lincoln Bright with a scramble.
Yeah, something to get excited about here for this Sharpsville offense. On what has certainly been a tough night. But But yeah, Lincoln Bright show. You just talked about it. Ryan, almost on cue, talking about his athletic ability, and then he makes a really athletic play.
It's going to be first down and 10 at the 17, an 18-yard scramble for Bright. And Sharpsville, for the first time tonight, is into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford is your one-stop shop in both Mercer and Meadville. Clock stops as well, 2:27 to go in the half. Blue Devils do not have a timeout, but certainly ample time here. Concord tight right, Vogan a wing to the right. Ham McCullough back in, slot left inside of Hassel. Bright back to pass, rolling right, now under pressure. Steps up, Bright looking, and he's going to be hit and brought down. No gain, maybe picked up a half a yard as the Slippery Rock defense in hot pursuit.
Yeah.
As it was Noah Cornelius, the sophomore defensive end there, to finally bring him down.
Yeah, but when you say finally, that's what I was kind of over here incredulous. He looked like a basketball guard trying to get away from people trying to foul him at the end of a game. As they just he couldn't go anywhere, but he couldn't tackle him either.
Pickup of one. Bright will hobble to the near side. And Luke Atkins will bring in the play call from the near side. Of course, Lincoln Bright, basketball player for veteran mentor Mike Williams. So, Mike, if you have to burn time late, give it to Lincoln.
Just let him run around out there. Yeah, for sure. It was just a strange-looking play.
2nd and 9 at the 16. 1:43 to go, first half. Hassel wide to the right. Concar wing left next to Adkins. McLaren the single back in the double wing look. Ham McCullough in motion. Jet sweep looking to get around the left end. Strung out by Schwartz. Ham McCullough cutting back against the grain. One man to beat, turns the corner, getting upfield. Now he's going to be hit, and after all that, he'll pick up maybe half a yard, and then 2 flags come in at the end of the play.
Yeah.
Back judge and the umpire both throwing flags, and somebody's going to be slapped with their 8th penalty of the first half.
I mean, it looked pretty obvious. They kind of hemmed him in. They got him to the sideline, and then just kind of they flung him out of bounds. And I mean, again, it's the right call, but you almost wonder if that's Gino Curry. They wouldn't have been able to fling him, right? He's 5'9", 140 pounds. So it looked a lot worse than maybe it was.
Personal foul? No, well, it's because that wasn't the penalty.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Peel back block on Sharpsville.
Okay. All right. I was sort of guessing. It kind of looked kind of bad over there on that short sideline, right?
And a bit of a low angle here. It was on the far sideline away from us, but it's 15 yards from the end of the play. Remains 2nd down. Back to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 23 upcoming. With 1:10 to go, clock rolling first half. Coming up the half, first half recap, scoring stats, and Chris Weather, lock, stock, and barrel halftime update. Hassel wide left. Ham McCullough slot left. Bright in the shotgun for 2nd and long. McLaren now to the left of Bright as we're under a minute to go in the half. Long count from Bright. Back to pass. Throwing it near side. It is incomplete. Hassel got a hand on it, so did Schlobaum, but it lands incomplete. It will now be 3rd and 20 from the 30, 3rd and 23, I should say, with 47 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, it looked like Schlobaum maybe was going to be able to get up over top there and intercept that. But, just fell harmlessly incomplete. But
3rd and 23 upcoming with 47 seconds to go in the half. How was the halftime spread?
The halftime spread is very, very good.
Is it a lasagna?
It's a lasagna, yeah. Lasagna with meatballs.
All right.
Yeah.
Go slow given the scores at halftime. 3rd and 23. Bright back to pass. Bright sending it downfield, looking for Ham McCullough, who didn't see it, and it's incomplete. He looked over the right shoulder. The ball was over the left shoulder, and it's 4th down and 23.
Yeah, Bright, you could see, can throw the football. That was a nice pass, but, yeah, just was not on the same page as Ham McCullough.
That brings up 4th down with 41 seconds to go in the half. This will be the 10th play of the drive, a drive that's used over 5 minutes. There's been a lot of back and forth on the drive. It began at the Sharpsville 45. A couple of penalties in there. So 9 plays, 25 yards on the drive. It's used 5-15, but 4th and 23 now at the 30. Sharpsville out of timeouts, by the way. Slippery Rock still with 2 at its disposal.
Yeah.
Ham McCullough will be the outside receiver this time. Hassel in the slot. Tight end and wing to the right. Bright in the shotgun. Bright back the pass. Bright setting the ball downfield, looking for Hassel. And it is tipped and incomplete. Schlobaum broke it up. Petros was there in coverage as well. And a 10-play drive stalls out at the Slippery Rock 30. Rockets take over with 35 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, a lot of positives there for Sharpsville, certainly, as far as that offensive possession. But Slippery Rock kind of toughening up as Sharpsville got kind of inched closer to the McCandless Ford red zone. And so Slippery Rock's going to get the last possession of the half, presumably.
35 seconds to go in the half. We had some sort of issue here.
Yeah.
Like a power surge or something. And we are back here at Sharpsville, and Slippery Rock taking a knee. No, I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but everything disconnected. Power went out here, but you missed nearly a kneel down for Slippery Rock, and that will be the end of the half. 42-0. Chris, a heck of a first half for the Rockets on the road tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. And again, we've seen this team play well and lose here these past couple of weeks, but. Tonight they came out, they established some things offensively early, and they've not only played well, they've played hard. So certainly a good first half for Slippery Rock.
42-0 is our halftime score. We will come back with a first half recap, scoring stats, and the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update here on Sports Radio 96.7.
Whether it's a criminal charge, a family dispute, or an injury that wasn't your fault, you need someone who will fight for you. Hi, I'm attorney Michael T. Muha, and I have the experience, the compassion, and the determination to stand by your side when it matters most. Don't face the system alone. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, today, because your rights, your family, and your future are worth protecting. Criminal defense, family law, personal injury. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, at 724-301-6967 or at muhalaw.com.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word auto to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
Ready to hit the road with confidence? Mancino's experienced instructors ensure you're equipped with essential skills and safety tips. Offering flexible schedules and personalized lessons, Mancino's Driving School make learning to drive convenient and effective. Visit our website at mancinosdrivingschool.com to enroll today and begin your journey toward becoming a safe, independent driver.
One moment I was on my way to my son's ball game, and the next I was being placed in an ambulance. I needed help. That's why I called the Joanno Legal Group.
Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. Please visit them at joannolegalgroup.com. That's Joanow legalgroup.com. Or call toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
Need top-notch cardiology care? Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants, part of Meadville Medical Center, is here for you. Serving Mercer County and Ohio, our expert providers offer dedicated heart health services at 2999 Innovation Way in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and 880 West Liberty Street in Hubbard, Ohio. For appointments, call 724-983-1800 for Hermitage or 330-269-1916 for Hubbard. More info at mmchs.org. Choose Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We are back here at Sharpsville High School. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch with you. 42-0 Slippery Rock, the halftime lead. Chris, obviously, Slippery Rock, the Rockets did a lot of good things against Sharon in week 3. Sharon ended up pulling away. Last week, a lot of good things tonight. It seems like this Slippery Rock team has really grown up the last few weeks.
Yeah, they really have. And, again, you get – sometimes it's hard to judge how much better you get. You play a Sharon team that, is just, really loaded for bear. And then last week against Grove City, the fact that they were competing in that game was maybe a surprise to people. They got off to that lead, and Slippery Rock, you're thinking they're going to win the game. And then it was disappointing for them to not win that game. But here tonight, they've just kind of put it all together. And, this is a team right now that is playing with a lot of confidence and has really put some things together over the past couple of weeks.
Scoring recap in this one. 21 points in the first quarter, 21 more in the second for Slippery Rock, as it was Doug Popovic scoring on a 10-yard run with 8:29 to go in the first quarter, capping a 9-play, 62-yard drive. Zach Lasko with the first of his 6 extra points to make it 7-0. And then at 6:15 of the first quarter, Logan Schlobaum, a 16-yard run on an end-around. Lasko with a PAT, capping a 3-play, 30-yard drive. It was 14-0 Slippery Rock. Popovic's second touchdown run of the night made it 21-0, a 45-yard sprint at the 3:09 mark. Then in the second quarter, on fourth down from the 17, Cole Scott catches a 14-yard touchdown pass from Popovic. Lasko with the PAT. That was a 4-play, 17-yard drive. It started in the McCandless Ford red zone after a shanked punt. Scott with a 1-yard run with 8:44 to go in the half. Peyton Rich scored from 5 yards out with 6 minutes to go in the half, and that made it 42-0. That's what our halftime score is here at McCracken Field. When we come back, we'll have team numbers, individual numbers, and Chris will have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Dan's Agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, whether or not.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
My son Colin, he just turned 19. He bought Xanax off of social media, and it was laced with fentanyl, and he never woke up.
We're in the midst of a fentanyl crisis. We're seeing substances, marijuana, cocaine, Xanax pressed with fentanyl. Fentanyl is extremely potent. One pill pressed with fentanyl is enough to kill you.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Need top-notch cardiology care? Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants, part of Meadville Medical Center, is here for you. Serving Mercer County and Ohio, our expert providers offer dedicated heart health services at 2999 Innovation Way in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, and 880 West Liberty Street in Hubbard, Ohio. For appointments, call 724-983-1800 for Hermitage or 330-269-1916 for Hubbard. More info at mmchs.org. Choose Shenango Valley Cardiology Consultants.
Y Live 2025, featuring 7-time Grammy Award winner John Mayer. John Mayer in concert, Ween Park, Friday, September 26th, with special guests
Charles Kelly of Lady A and the Clarks.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. John Mayer in concert September 26th. Produced by JAC Live.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Welcome back to Sharpsville's McCracken Field. It is halftime here, and the Slippery Rock Rockets on the road with a 42-0 lead at Sharpsville. As we take a look at the first half numbers in this one for Slippery Rock, 169 rushing yards in the first half. The Rockets with 74 passing yards, 243 yards, and 243 yards on 28 plays, 13 first downs tonight for the Rockets. Sharpsville, 24 rushing yards, 19 passing yards, 43 yards on 26 plays, 3 first downs for the Sharpsville Blue Devils. Individual numbers for Slippery Rock quarterback Doug Popovic, 5 of 7 for 74 yards and a touchdown. Popovic also 4 carries, 67 yards, and 2 scores. Owen Long, 5 carries, 44 yards. Cole Scott, 6 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Logan Schlobaum, a 16-yard run. Peyton Rich, 3 carries for 12 yards and a touchdown. Lamont Patterson ran once for 8 yards. Long, 2 catches, 43 yards. Patterson, 2 receptions for 17. Cole Scott, a 14-yard touchdown reception. For Sharpsville, quarterback Lincoln Bright, 3 of 9 for 19 yards. Landon Hassel, 2 catches for 11 yards. Tremel Ham McCullough, 1 catch for 8 yards. Bright, the leading ground gainer, 4 carries for 19 yards. Ham McCullough, 6 carries for 14. Michael McLaren ran it 3 times for 8 yards. Other numbers of note, Sharpsville the only turnover in the game, as that was a fumble. Penalties, we've had plenty of them. Sharpsville with 8 penalties for 99 yards. Slippery Rock, 7 penalties for 55 yards in the first half. Time of possession, Sharpsville does have the edge in that category, as it is as 14-22 to 9:38. Neither team with a third down conversion in the first half, as Sharpsville went 0 for 4 and Slippery Rock 0 for 1. Our halftime score 42-0. Back in the booth here, Chris and me at McCracken Field. Chris, before we get to the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update, obviously Slippery Rock has to be pleased. Sharpsville, again, it's young team. There are growing pains, and certainly we've seen that tonight.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those deals where, certainly with Sharpsville, they with some of the injuries and certainly a lot of the graduations from the past couple of years, they were in rebuild mode to begin with. But they knew they had one great player. And then you take kind of him out of the lineup with the knee injury. It's a tough kind of thing for them to find anything that works. And like we said, you look at Slippery Rock, they struggled a little bit last season. They come in with a 1-3 record. But forget all of that. This is a talented team. So just kind of a buzzsaw for Sharpsville to have run into tonight.
And we look at Slippery Rock coming up. Harbor Creek next week at home.
Yep.
Certainly a game I think you would say is very winnable for the Rockets.
No question.
And then, again, District 10 scheduling. So it's a 6-team league, so you have 5 league games, right?
Right.
So Slippery Rock, and you're either going to play 3 at home, 2 on the road.
You would
or
think.
vice versa,
Yeah.
right? 3 and 2, 2
one
and 3.
would think. Yeah.
Right? Slippery Rock's schedule, the 2 home games are done already, Sheridan Grove City. The last 3, Hickory, Conneaut, Titusville, all on the road.
Right.
Which, again, certainly Conneaut, Titusville, the Rockets, the way they're playing it, hey, you go to Hickory without Jaden Phillips.
Yeah.
You don't know about Kelvin Morrison long-term. Hickory certainly would be favored, but the way Slippery Rock is playing, Rockets have a chance to do some real damage in the second half of the season and perhaps get into the District 10 playoffs.
And that's the thing, that certainly would be the messaging, right? If you're the Slippery Rock coaching staff and the leadership players, is just, hey, we get this one, and then maybe we get that Harbor Creek game, and then we start talking about winning 2 of the 3 region games maybe, and getting into the playoffs. How are you going to feel about the season after that? That's like the kind of stuff that you think about. And when you playing like Slippery Rock has been, they have a chance to do those things.
And then certainly, too, if you can get in, and they also have a Week 10 game with Mercer.
Right.
if they can get in, guess what? That's at least one more week of practice for all these young guys. Certainly, they're a handful of seniors. We've talked about Scott and Long, Jacob Rich, Popovic. But there are a lot of young guys in various roles for Slippery Rock. And again, if the Rockets play like this in the second half of the season, we saw flashes of it last week, but now a lot more of it tonight. This team's going to be a handful over the next 5 weeks of the regular season and perhaps into the District 10 playoffs. Chris, I know you've been working feverishly.
Yeah.
Chris will have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel right here in Sharpsville, open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. They have a wide variety of sandwiches. I know the guys back at the station, Art Shannon and Aaron Byro, are enjoying that fare tonight.
That's their one advantage they get right over us that are out here.
Yes, but we have very good food tonight too, courtesy of here.
For sure.
But Lock, Stock, and Barrel, and with the halftime update, here's Chris.
Yeah, Briggsy. It's usually I like to give them by regions, and since there's no region games today, I'm just going to kind of go down the list. Greenville continuing their fantastic season. They're up 43-0 on Mercer. Reynolds up 38-12 on Lakeview. Wilmington has gone over to Grand Valley, Ohio, and is really putting it to them. They're up 35-0.
The Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors, yeah.
How appropriate that the most famous bus company is named Greyhound.
That's right, because they're using a lot of it.
But this is actually the short trip. They went out of state, and it's still the shortest trip of the three.
Right, yeah, they've been
hey, that Grand Valley team, by the way, they have a new coach this year, Matt Rosati, who has been a longtime coach at West Geauga and Perry, up kind of east of Cleveland.
Yeah.
The last 7 years, Grand Valley had won 7 games. They've already won 3 this year.
How about
Now getting getting taken behind the woodshed tonight by Wilmington, but hey, that's Wilmington going over there, an unfamiliar opponent, and taking care of business.
Progress being made at Grand Valley, but lots of progress being made at Wilmington. Cambridge Springs up 14-0 on Iroquois. Eisenhower up 13-0 on Cochranton. Sagertown up 27-3 on Union City. Mercier's Prep and that Harbor Creek team that Slippery Rock plays next week, they are tied 7-7 at the half. Conneaut, another future Slippery Rock opponent and region foe of all of our teams, they're up 21-0 on Northwestern. Girard, it seems like every week their game goes right down to the wire. Another one tonight, they're up 21-20 on Seneca. Grove City is playing well up in Erie County. They're up 14-0 on Fort LaBeouf at the half. Hickory is in a tussle, as we all thought they would be. Erie High's 0-4, but they have played 4 great teams. Erie is up 15-10 on Hickory.
And that's the game on News Talk 790 WPIC. You can also catch the video on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Yeah, another Region 3 team, Titusville. They're taking on Warren tonight, and Titusville is up 7-0 on the Dragons.
Well, it is Titusville 0-4, but we saw them a couple weeks ago.
They're good.
And hey, Warren with getting a win a couple weeks ago, and that's an old Northwest Conference battle going way back.
Yeah, that's right. And Oil City up 28-0 on Fairview. Northeast up 55-0 on Franklin. McDowell up 28-20 on Meadville. General McLean, they're kind of back, aren't they? The Lancers, they're up 28-12 on Corey. And Butler and Westinghouse in a tussle. Westinghouse 4-0, Butler 3-1. Westinghouse is up 8-7 at the half in that one.
Of course, Westinghouse out of the District 8, the Pittsburgh City League. Butler playing an independent schedule once again. Of course, in District 7 and other sports. And right now, the Golden Tornadoes trailing Westinghouse. We've seen Westinghouse in the state playoffs a handful of times, playing Farrell. Hickory had a 4-year series with Westinghouse about a decade ago as well. So a team that we certainly have some familiarity with here in Mercer County. Homecoming festivities ongoing here at Sharpsville. We'll get you caught up on who is selected as the queen and all the pomp and circumstance of homecoming here at McCracken Field. Don't forget, after the game, we'll have the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. And then later tonight, Aaron Byro and Art Shannon will have the 5th quarter scoreboard show brought to you, as always, by Warner's Homes and Improvements. And they'll be on until 11 o'clock. And, Chris, one of the things they no doubt will talk about is that big game tomorrow night down the road at the Pegues Sports Complex in Farrell. the Steel Bowl, the 72nd all-time meeting, the 19th Steel Bowl game.
Yeah.
As Sharon takes on Farrell. Sharon currently owns the Steel Bowl after its win last year. Farrell looking to reclaim the coveted trophy. Yeah. Should be a lot of fun tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, no question about it. That's just such a game full of, kind of the outside stuff. And by outside stuff, I mean good stuff, just as far as the communities being so close, such a great rivalry in every sport. Obviously they've spent more time as league opponents than not. They're not, this cycle. But that's going to be a lot of fun at that amazing, Farrell Stadium and press box and everything else. So, yeah.
And that'll be tomorrow night. Bob Greenberg and I will go on air 6:30. We'll have radio, and, of course, we'll have the video on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live as well. We'll have that tomorrow night. Of course, the sports day begins 9 a.m. tomorrow with Coach's Corner, George Abraham and Al Campman. Al played in a few Farrell Sharon games
yes, he
when
did.
he was a standout multi-sport athlete at Farrell a few years ago. But they will be talking about all the games tonight. Tomorrow, another big slate of action of college football as well tomorrow. And that'll be 9 until 11 tomorrow here on Sports Radio 96.7. We will take our final break. We'll come back with the start of the third quarter. We'll let you know who was crowned as the queen and king here at Sharpsville. Last year was Brian White as the king and Macy Steiner as the queen.
Yeah.
They are both
They're
here
yep.
to do their, their final duty as king and queen.
Yeah.
Although they may get invited back down the road to ride in the parade, which was held last night as well.
Yeah.
I presume that, they're going to announce it now. So Chris we'll see if we can hear it. I couldn't quite make out which young man was named the king, but we'll get the confirmation. And so that's ongoing. We'll come back with the third quarter here on Sports Radio 96.7.
21st Century Energy Group is the leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. For over 50 years, they have provided quality heating oils, propane, heat, gasoline, diesel, and lubricants to western Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio, with 7 locations including Newcastle, Grove City, Conneaut Lake, and Erie. The 21st Century Energy Group is your locally owned neighborhood fuel provider. Call them today for your home heating or commercial fuel needs at 1-800-922-5454. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook or visit them at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
The tax team at Reed & Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed & Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed & Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed & Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaily.com.
Imagine a bathroom that's not just a room, but a sanctuary. At Warner's Homes and Improvements, they believe in taking the time to get it right. That's why they are proud to introduce their bathroom installation service, where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference of a bathroom designed for you, not the clock. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or at warnerconstruction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece. Don't rush perfection.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word auto to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA, an equal opportunity lender.
Looking for a place where you or a loved one can thrive with a community that cares? Discover the Ridgewood at Shenango Valley, where independent living meets peace of mind. Our private apartments offer the freedom to live on your terms with personal care and daily assistance available if needed. Short-term stays are also available. For more information or to schedule your in-person tour, visit rwsv.org or call 724-347-0998. The Ridgewood at Shenango Valley, where comfort, care, and community come together. Equal housing opportunity.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Back here at Sharpsville, the homecoming king and queen have been coronated. Chris?
Yeah, the Sharpsville homecoming king is Ethan Springer, and the homecoming queen is Emma Brest. So congratulations to Ethan and Emma.
Of course, Emma Brest, softball standout for Sharpsville. What a great season the Devils had last spring, and she adds to her extensive multi-sport resume. Also volleyballer at Sharpsville.
Oh, wow.
So congratulations to Ethan and Emma, crowned homecoming king and queen here at Sharpsville High School. After the game, Chris and I will crown the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, and all of our players of the game receive this beautiful T-shirt brought to you by the Laundryman in Hermitage. If you always wonder what do the shirts look like, you see the pictures, but so here you got the Reinhardt's Player of the Game, and as press box manager's leaving, she's seen enough. So, but then of course the back our sponsors, the Laundryman, Reinhardt's Insurance, and then our station logos as well. And somebody is going to receive that garment after the game, Chris. So we thank folks at Reinhardt's as well as the Laundryman.
That's such a great tradition, isn't it?
And it's one that's really been copied and copied and copied.
Yeah.
But we were certainly among the trendsetters with that. And I saw I was in town last night, saw a young lady who plays soccer, one of the local schools. She's also a basketball player during the wintertime. And I've known her for a long time, known her family, and so forth. And she says, I have to get one of those POG shirts this winter. First thing out, or second thing out, after saying hello, that was the next thing she said. But it's a really cool tradition, and glad to be able to provide that to everybody here with our Reinhardt's Player of the Game, or perhaps Players of the Game. We've doubled up a couple times this year, and there's certainly a number of candidates on the Slippery Rock side here as we get ready to start quarter number 3 at McCracken Field. Chris, quickly, that the Sharon Farrell game tomorrow night. Do you have a thought on that one? I know, of course, in our pigskin pick'em competition, as tough a choice as there was, certainly.
Absolutely.
That just certainly shaping up to be a very, very even matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's, certainly some strengths that, Sharon has, and some strengths that Farrell has. But again, not to kind of cop out of my analysis here, but the two things really sort of, kind of cancel each other out. Farrell with maybe a little bit more big play ability, but Sharon maybe a little bit more size and experience in the trenches. And, so that's going to really kind of shape out to be, which team can kind of establish their strength. And, I look for that to just be an absolutely fantastic game. And, both teams, I think, are not only just saying, we need to beat Sharon, we need to beat Farrell. They're also saying we need to get like kind of a signature win, heading into the second half of the season. So it's a non-region game, and not just because it's Sharon Farrell. It might be one of the biggest non-region games of the entire season in all of District 10.
And it will be 7 o'clock tomorrow night here on Sports Radio 96.7. The dessert on the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update. Baseball scores: Pirates trail Oakland 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Cleveland, the hard-charging Guardians, they're up 2-0 on Minnesota in the second inning. Looking at a few of the other AL contenders. Yankees are trailing Baltimore 2-0. Boston's trailing Tampa Bay 3-2. So good news so far for the Guardians and their fans. Slippery Rock will kick off to begin the third quarter. Rockets go left to right. White jerseys, red numbers and letters, silver pants. Sharpsville blue tops, blue pants, white numbers and letters, white trim. Kicked by Generett, fielded the Sharpsville 30 far side, and it's Ham McCullough with it. And the pile moves out close to the 45-yard line. That's where Cole Schwartz, among others, on the Slippery Rock kick team.
Good to see.
It was Cadence Thomas on the return. Excuse me. Sorry, Cadence.
All right. I was going to say good to see. I thought it was him too. I was going to say good to see Ham McCullough back running full speed like that after getting dinged up a little bit at the end of the half.
Well, and he's out there in the offensive huddle.
Good. I loved watching Coach Piccarelli at when they came out from halftime. He was walking around, fist bumping, talking to some of the the skill position guys. Again, there are some coaches who would be down like this. They'd be either disconnected or maybe pouting a little bit. he's out there coaching them up, and that's why he's done the things that he's done over the past 3 decades.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Gives to Michael McLaren over the right side. McLaren will fight forward for about 3. And I think about it'll be 2nd and 7, about a coach continuing to coach even when things are bleak. I remember about a decade ago in the small college team, PAC, W&J, had first-year head coach Ethan Stewart Smith. Anyway, they were not good. They had like 7 guys. And they were playing at Grove City one night. Grove City just thumping them. 35-point game, like 3 minutes to go. He was still coaching and coaching. Guess what? Last couple of years, they've contended for the title, went to the NCAA tournament, and it pays off. And Paul Picarilli's won 230-some-odd games because he's not a front runner.
Yeah, that's what he does.
2nd and 7, they give on a delay to McLaren over the left side, and he takes it over the midfield line and then is dropped at the 46-yard line by a couple of Slippery Rock defenders. And on the tackle, we see Stadmiller, along with Josh Gills, freshman in there.
I see something like that, Briggsy, and I immediately go back to like 15-year-old me, and I think that's a guy I want to play for,
3rd and a yard at the 46-yard line. Hassel goes wide to the right. Atkins tight left. Concar's a wing to the left. And now Vogan will line up as a wingman to the right. Sharpsville, the Delaware wing T offense. Single back. And Bright lost the handle on the handoff, and it's recovered by Slippery Rock.
Oh, wait.
Bright came out of there with it, but Gills had it, and the referee right there and said the play's over. It's Slippery Rock ball. 2nd turnover of the night. And again, just one of those situations where guys, probably not a lot of reps over the course of a week.
Yeah, and there it is, right. And, so that I think that was the entire second unit for Slippery Rock on defense. And so a good play and a takeaway for that bunch.
Getting some action here with under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Slippery Rock in command, 42-0. Rockets moving left to right. They have Harbor Creek next week, then 3 league games in a row, all on the road. 1st and 10 at the 49, and John Petrus is the new quarterback. He's played a little bit this year. And Max Hardesty is the running back. And the give is to young Hardesty, and he will be dropped for a short loss. Luke Atkins in on the tackle for Sharpsville, along with Brennan Huffman. So Hardesty, I believe that's his first varsity carry of the season, and first of his career, just being the 9th grader.
You said Petrus has played a little bit. He went into the Fairview game, the first game, played a lot, and then they actually brought him in and he threw a touchdown pass to Doug Popovic, who they moved out to wide receiver. So little trick play that Petrus has thrown a touchdown pass.
2nd and 13. Petrus will hand it on a jet sweep, and it's going to be a loss in the play as Roman Massey buries the ball carrier, and it's a flag at the end of the play as Derek Coyle is down and in some significant pain as Massey hit him, and then whistle blew, and he drove him into the ground. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty on Sharpsville, 9th flag of the night. 7.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more after this. Slippery Rock and Sharpsville. It's Week 5 on Sports Radio 96.7.
Mancino's Driving School is your go-to destination for top-notch driving education. Whether you're a teen or an adult, Mancino's experienced instructors ensure you're equipped with essential skills and safety tips. Offering flexible schedules and personalized lessons, Mancino's Driving School make learning to drive convenient and effective. Visit our website at mancinosdrivingschool.com to enroll today and begin your journey toward becoming a safe, independent driver.
Choose exceptional care with Dr. Douglas McKay, MD, an esteemed obstetrician gynecologist based in Mercer. With over 20 years of experience and recognized for his compassionate approach, Dr. McKay is a trusted name in women's health. Dr. McKay is now accepting new patients at his new office located at 315 South Erie Street, Mercer. Call 724-662-4155 to schedule an appointment. Discover more about Dr. McKay's expertise and the services he offers by visiting mmchs.org.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. Since 1958.
Coyle is up after being injured on the tackle.
Yeah, sometimes with that kind of an angle getting driven into the ground, you worry about like a broken collarbone. Or
we saw it with Sharpsville quarterback Brady Gerlach in week 2. He was blindsided and hit when passing. That was a play where he was hit and then driven back, and then the defensive player landed on top of him, and flag came out at the end of the play.
Yeah, you had a 245-pound linebacker with a running back that was sideways, and he drove him into the ground sideways, tackling him. I mean, it was a flag on the play. It was after, sort of the whistle blew, but
we will see what we'll have a penalty, whether it's a live ball or dead ball penalty, presumably dead ball, but either way, it'll get this ironed out. It's the 9th flag of the night on Sharpsville. Personal foul. Going to be 15 yards, and it is a dead ball penalty, so the ball is going to be marked. Let's see. The umpire steps it off. The umpire has certainly gotten his steps in tonight.
Yeah.
So it is a loss of 9 on the run. Then the penalty is 15, so it becomes 3rd and 7. For those of you keeping track at home of such things.
Yeah.
The ball at the Sharpsville 48, 3rd down and 7 upcoming. 9 penalties, 114 yards tonight for Sharpsville. Slippery Rock 0 for 1 on 3rd down tonight. And Petrus will give it to Hardesty, and he's hit by Massey, and Conkar helps finish him off. Bear also in there, and it'll be 4th down. And
something that you don't necessarily think about when you see these, 120-pound freshmen in at running back here as the second team is in playing against Sharpsville starters, is there's an art to learning how to play and protect yourself and not get hurt. You know what I mean? And that's certainly these young guys are learning that right now.
And Slippery Rock, because of the injuries up front, did not have a JV game last week, correct?
Right.
So some guys limited game reps of any sort. 4th and 10 at the 49, and Sharpsville's going to take over on downs as we see Massey and McNutt in on the tackle as the ball carrier for Slippery Rock. Getting his first carry of the night was Angel Mercado.
Yeah, Mercado, yep. And you see Mercado, on the contact, he went down. And that's what I mean. Like, that's that thing about kind of playing hard but also protecting yourself.
Sharpsville will take over at the Slippery Rock 46-yard line with 6 minutes to go in quarter number 3. We've had no scoring in the 3rd. The Blue Devils will have it on the near right hash. Bright will come under center. McLaren is the single back. Ham McCullough in motion from wing right. He'll get the handoff on a power play over the left side. Ham McCullough to the 35, cuts back to the right. Termel Ham McCullough to the 10, to the 5, and in for the touchdown. 46 yards for Termel Ham McCullough to get Sharpsville on the board. And at the end of the play, a flag thrown as Michael McLaren was jostling with Noah Cornelius way back upfield. Now the question is, will it wipe out the touchdown? Depending on when the flag came out.
Yeah, I mean, it was well after McCullough was long gone, but wow. That is a costly penalty.
The Sharpsville offense is in full retreat mode.
Yeah.
And we're going to say that the penalty happened before he was in. Let's see. Dead ball foul. Okay. So it is offsetting unsportsmanlike after the play.
Yeah. So
the only thing that because that counts towards disqualification.
Right.
So that's where that comes into play. So the touchdown does count. 46 yards for Ham McCullough, and Sharpsville on the board.
Yeah, and you could see just after the play there was a couple of Sharpsville guys and Noah Cornelius of Slippery Rock just kind of tangling up. There wasn't anything extra, but with the score like this, I think the officials are being a little bit extra, careful to make sure none of the chippiness turns into anything crazy.
Both teams have non-league games next week as well. Finleary on to attempt the extra point, and the kick is good. 42-7. One play, 46 yards on the drive. Ham McCullough with the touchdown run. We'll come back with a kickoff on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Care for all ages at the Sharon Community Health Center. From newborns to older adults, Dr. Barry Siegel, ABFM certified family practice physician, is now accepting new patients of all ages. Compassionate, high-quality care awaits, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Plus, Sharon Community Health Center offers behavioral health and pain management services. Call 724-347-5229 or visit SharonCHC.org to schedule your appointment today with Dr. Barry Siegel. Sharon Community Health Center, 92 West Connolly Boulevard, Sharon, Pennsylvania.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your local Erie agent is Mailer Insurance. Get a quote today at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, a Reinhardt's agency affiliate. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
4:19 to go in the third. Finleary to kick off for Sharpsville. Update from Waterford. Fort LaBeouf on the board. Grove City's lead has been trimmed to 14-6 with 3 minutes to go in the third. Possible playoff preview there, those two 3A teams.
Yeah, we've had that game a couple of times as a playoff game, a first-round game.
Leary sends a spinner downfield. Kane Humphrey fields it at his own 26. Humphrey far side to the 35. Humphrey will be upended at the 40. So Kane Humphrey, who has played a variety of roles both on offense and defense and special teams, getting his mitts on the football.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm a linebacker. I don't play on offense, but I can show you what I can do, coach, with the ball.
And a nice run back out to the 40-yard line. And occasionally teams, they learn some things about some players too. If a guy, maybe a guy, he runs good routes or throws a good ball, or maybe sometimes they learn about, hey, maybe you want to look at a different position for a guy too.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, sometimes you got a guy as a freshman or sophomore that are like they're filling a hole, right, on the line, or as a linebacker or something, or tight end. That they do something like that, and you start thinking, maybe more along the line of a skill position player.
So Lamont Patterson for a Slippery Rock.
100%, yes.
First and 10 at the 40. Petrus in the pistol with Hardesty behind him. 5-man front from Sharpsville. And the give is to Hardesty, and he is greeted by Brennan Huffman and Tom McNutt.
Yeah.
Loss on the play.
Yeah, that's good. They just kind of keep running that handoff right up the gut, and there is nothing there but blue shirts. Just a plethora of these young Slippery Rock backs are getting their welcome to varsity football moments here.
Massey checking out. Roger Hendrickson checking in for Sharpsville. McNutt also out.
Yeah, the Slippery Rock running backs are happy he's checking out.
2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Slippery Rock was 2nd and 14. Petrus, a quick out, left side, caught by Kane Humphrey. Humphrey runs over a couple of guys and gets a few yards.
Yeah.
So Petrus with a completion on his first attempt of the night. On the season, Petrus now 4 of 10. Had 21 yards coming in, and he's going to add a couple to that total.
Nice.
But it will be third down and a dozen at the 38. Rockets have to get to the midfield stripe. After the game, lock, stock, and barrel play of the game. Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. That's coming up later tonight here from McCracken Field. Then Aaron and Art will have the Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show. 3rd and 12, give to Kane Humphrey, jet sweep around the right side, and Ryan Bear will track him down from the backside. Humphrey across the 40 to the 41. Maybe even the 42. It'll be 4th and 8 coming up for Larry Wenderoos's team. Sharpsville, by the way, at Lakeview. There'll be matchup a couple teams looking for win number 1.
Yeah.
And two teams that in a lot of ways very similar.
They
Injuries so young.
Really young, really small up front, young, or injuries, yeah, you're no doubt about it. So that'll be a good one for both teams.
4th and 8. The offense stays out there for Slippery Rock. Petrus, turn, give over the right side, and that's Mercado. And Mercado is brought down by Journey Cornelius, who's checked in on the defensive front. Cornelius starts at offensive tackle, doesn't play a whole lot of defense, but out there here in the 3rd quarter and makes a stop after a 2-yard gain. And Sharpsville will take over as we're inside a minute to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, see what the teams do as far as bringing people out. We might have been the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Sharpsville may not have to run a play.
Yeah.
Update in Major League Baseball. Pirates trailing Oakland 4-3 bottom of the 9th, but Rafael Flores will lead off double. And
okay.
Alexander Canario pinch running for him, so we'll keep you abreast on that. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. Slippery Rock Rockets are 12 minutes away from win number 2. Rockets lead 42-7. Chris and I will come back with the 4th quarter after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live.
Without Walls Home-Based Services is seeking compassionate individuals who love to help others and who will nurture meaningful relationships with the clients we care for. Parents with school-age children, college students, retirees, or anyone seeking a role that fits around their life will find this opportunity especially rewarding. Visit stpaul's1867.org/join our team to apply for a companion or care partner position with St. Paul's Without Walls Home-Based Services. St. Paul's is an equal opportunity employer.
Nobody plans to get hurt at work, and when I did, I had no idea what to do. So I called the Joanno Legal Group.
The insurance companies have attorneys on call. You deserve to have one too. You deserve to know your rights, and you deserve to have answers to all your questions. Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. There's no fee unless we settle your case or have to fight to protect your benefits. Please visit us at joannolegalgroup.com or call us toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Teams change ends. Sharpsville going left to right in quarter number 4 here at home, going towards the field house. Ryan Briggs and Chris Burtch. You have fans. You have even more fans, Chris.
I know. It's a homecoming when I come to Sharpsville.
It is. You are a popular guy. That's why I hang out with you.
That's right, yeah.
New quarterback in for Sharpsville. And the handoff will come on the near side. It's Ham McCullough around right end of the 30 down to the 25-yard line. As in on the tackle is Lucas Mahorden for Slippery Rock, but Ham McCullough on the first play of the 4th quarter, a nice run.
You see when Ham McCullough is playing, I mean, when he's playing guys his own age, right?
He does pretty well against juniors and
he
seniors.
Does, that's what I'm saying. But when he's playing against guys his own age, he's just faster than everybody. And, you could certainly kind of see that continuing here as he gets into being an upperclassman.
1st and 10 at the 25. Ham McCullough tonight, 8 carries for 79 yards. New quarterback for Sharpsville is wearing number 3, and we don't have a 3 on the roster. Handoff goes to McLaren on a trap up the middle. Down to the 18-yard line. Sharpsville has returned to the McCandless Ford red zone, a pickup of 7 for Michael McLaren. Tackle by Emmett Gordon of Slippery Rock.
Yeah.
Making reference to Emmett's Fix-It shop on Andy Griffith.
Emmett Gordon, the cousin of one of my all-time favorite players that I coached, Hannah Reiber, point guard on my District 10 championship team. So Emmett always keeps me abreast of what's going on with Hannah, so I appreciate that.
February 29th, 2020, Grove City defeating Slippery Rock at E.J. McCluskey Gymnasium.
That was a good leap day.
Give over the right side to Michael McLaren. He'll cut back to his left. McLaren to the 5, and not a leap into the end zone, but just a touchdown, but now maybe wiped out as flag at the end of the play. The Slippery Rock defender Aiden Schultes had his helmet dislodged, and McLaren, his 18-yard touchdown may come off the board here with 10:06 to go. You're getting the idea of the new quarterback. Who is it? Zayden Mush is the quarterback. He is not on our roster.
Right, yeah, that's why athletic director Madeline Williams came over to tell us.
Yeah. So the penalty is holding against Sharpsville. That will wipe out McLaren's touchdown run. And the Devils are going to be marched back 10 yards to the 28-yard line. It will be 2nd and 13. 10 flags, 124 yards tonight for Sharpsville. So Zayden Muth.
Okay.
Muth gone wild. For 2nd and 13 at the 28-yard line. Ham McCullough in motion, gets a handoff on a off-tackle play over the right side. Gets back some of the lost yardage down to the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7. Just to let everybody know, our listeners and our viewers on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook Live, we will have an abbreviated post game. When this one goes final, the radio we will leave. We'll join Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg simulcast of the Hickory-Erie game. And we will stay on the Facebook page for the post-game, the recap in terms of scoring, stats, and our post-game awards. We'll give the awards before we go off air. Give to McLaren on a trap play on 3rd and 7. And he's going to be down inside the 15, getting some help from his blockers. And McLaren to the 10, and more flags fly. As Mahorden perhaps a little bit too rough in bringing McLaren to the natural grass here at McCracken Field.
Yeah, the guys getting in the game here, and they get tangled up, and so you're a JV player, playing in a varsity game. You got to learn the discipline requirements of being a varsity player too, and both groups are kind of seeing that as we've seen some penalties both directions.
See, half the distance penalty from the end of the run, so 1st and goal at the 5. Double wing set. Ham McCullough wing right. And the give is to McLaren over the left side. McLaren looking for running room, giving ground, slips, and his knee went down. So he'll lose a few. Back to the 7. It will be 2nd and goal upcoming.
There's 6:40 to go here on a moving clock. The mercy clock that went into effect at 35-0 at halftime. It was 42-0 at halftime, but it has to be 35.
Yes, it was the sufficient margin.
Yes.
2nd and goal now at the 8. Handoff comes to Ham McCullough, trying to sweep around the right side, and did he stay in bounds? No signal yet.
I think Statmiller pushed him out right about the...
It's going to be close to the goal line. Looks like they're going to put it down at about the 2, as you said, Chris.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd and goal now for Sharpsville with 5:50 to go, 4th quarter. And they'll be spotted at about the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal at the 2. Ham McCullough tonight, 10 carries, 90 yards. He's actually the game's leading rusher.
Wow.
Third and goal to 2. Give to McLaren on a trap. He's hit, spins, gets close to the goal line. Officials are going to check and see if he crossed. Didn't look like he got in.
Okay.
Slippery Rock defense.
Yeah.
Standing tall. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 1.
I think that was Jennerat and Statmiller that kind of stood him up. Those are 2 regulars. Those are 2 of the first string guys.
So 4th and goal from inside the 1 for Sharpsville. Under 5 minutes to go. The Slippery Rock defense, young guys, they don't want to give up a point. They don't want to give up points here.
No. And just, it's always an interesting perspective knowing these guys, like I do because I teach at Slippery Rock. And there's some proud dudes right there, on that out there on that defense right now.
4th and goal at the 1. Thomas is a wing to the right. Hassel wide right. 4th and goal. Turn, give to McLaren. Slams into the pile.
Let's see it yet.
And he's in. Touchdown. Michael McLaren scores from a yard out with 4:16 to go. So Michael McLaren, who has gotten some more work at fullback this year. He played quarterback in week 2 against Greenville after Gerlach went out. He played quarterback in the 4th quarter, getting some work at fullback and scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, so.
And we have a stoppage, and now we're going to get everybody set for the extra point, which will be attempted by Finn Leary, kicking at the goalpost to the right. Snap a little bit low. It's bobbled, and the kick is a worm burner into the line. And it is no good. I guess you could say it was blocked.
Yeah.
That was not the smoothest of operations.
Give John Petrus the credit for that block. It hit him in the shin.
Hit another guy in the right in the head. He was on the ground. So 4 minutes to go. It's 42-13. We'll keep it here. What we will do right now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to give our post-game awards here.
Yeah.
First, the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game. That's Logan Schlobaum's 16-yard run on an end around with 6:15 to go first quarter. They ran the end around. Schlobaum, of course, starts a receiver, and the right call at the right time.
It really was, yeah, no doubt about it. Popovic had scored, going off the, that right end, and he was headed there again. And then all of a sudden he tossed it back to Schlobaum, and Schlobaum really turned on that next gear that he has and got himself into the end zone. A really, really great play call and great execution by the Rocket players.
So the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game, Logan Schlobaum's 16-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. And now we have to have the kickoff, but everybody's all at one end. So Slippery Rock guys have to go to the right, Sharpsville guys to the left, and then Finn Leary will kick it off. Our Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game tonight, certainly a lot of candidates for the Rockets, but Doug Popovic, 5 of 7, 74 yards and a touchdown, ran for 67 yards and 2 scores. Doug Popovic's put together a good senior year so far, and really a solid effort in the first half tonight. He's the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game.
He's what he did tonight is kind of what you would want your senior leader, your senior quarterback to do, and he's putting together a fine senior season, and tonight was outstanding.
Leary sends it down the near side. It's through the legs of the return man, and Slippery Rock player will jump on it back inside the 20 at the 15-yard line, as it was Sawyer Allen who starts at tight end, but you need a few guys out there in the kick team to hold it together.
Right. Well, Jackson Novak had an opportunity to maybe pick that up and run, and then you could almost see Allen was trying to give him that chance, and but it went through his legs, and then Allen was like, all right, enough of this, and fell on it.
So the Rockets will take over at the 15-yard line with 3.5 minutes to go. Chris, any other updates for us?
No, just like you said, Fort LaBeouf cutting that Grove City lead in half. It's 14-7. The last I had was Hickory has taken the lead on Erie, 16-15. So that's big. That's a big update, big news.
And we'll be joining that game in a few moments. Actually,
nope. Erie has taken the lead back. It's now 23-19.
They still have a long way to go in that one. Reynolds leading Lakeview 59-12. Wilmington all over Grand Valley. Or actually, it's over now, 49-13. The Hounds, they're 4-1.
Yeah.
They have a big one next week. Farrell.
Yep, that's all.
And then currently undefeated Reynolds after that. Petrus on 1st and 10, rolling right, throwing the ball downfield. Has a man, and it's caught along the far sideline. Catch made down there by Cam Tonelli.
Yeah.
Tonelli picks up 25, and John Petrus.
Yeah.
A nice looking aerial.
Yeah, and I mean, all of those short runs by Slippery Rock were, getting the young running backs, just, okay, he was out of bounds. Yeah.
Okay, so incomplete, but still a good-looking pass.
Good-looking pass, and, Cam Tonelli certainly a big part of the future, too. Sophomore wide receiver and cornerback.
So the pass is incomplete. And it'll be second down and a 10. Now back at the 15-yard line.
What is happening? Okay.
That's it. We have to bring the ball back.
Okay, everybody's running towards the sideline here. Just looked odd.
Last report, Greenville was up big on Mercer.
Yeah, Greenville's really good.
We saw them here in week 2.
Yeah, they're really good.
Second down, the handoff goes to Hardesty. Max Hardesty upfield across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Brought down by Vance Cornwell. Give 7 to Hardesty, matching his jersey number. It'll be third down upcoming for the Rockets, 3rd and 3 at the 22-yard line. Slippery Rock tonight, 236 yards of offense. But, they've certainly benefited from short fields. 4 touchdown drives starting on the Sharpsville side of midfield. Petrus turn, and the give is to Mercado. Mercado, far side, has the first down and more, cuts back to his left. Mercado bounces off a defender. Mercado to the 45. Mercado across the midfield line and finally brought down by Cadence Thomas at the Sharpsville 43-yard line. And now flags at the end of the play, well beyond the field. Petrus was downfield blocking.
Yeah, brother.
So clock continuing to run wisely.
Yes. Please do not stop that clock.
The ball went to the 43.
Let it roll. They need to let this run out before they make the determination.
Well, they still have to administer the penalty in case if there's something. Personal foul. Sharpsville, personal foul. Slippery Rock, it offsets. Game's over.
Thank you.
Slippery Rock wins it, 42-13. Rockets get win number 2. For those of you listening on Sports Radio 96.7, we're going to jump over to 790 WPIC Mark and Bob. For those of you here on the video side, we're going to run through the stats and so forth and wrap up things here. Slippery Rock wins at 42-13 on Sports Radio 96.7. Okay, and we are here at Sharpsville's McCracken Field. Ryan Briggs, Chris Burtch with you tonight. Slippery Rock 42-13, the final. Good performance tonight by the Rockets, Chris.
Yeah, they kind of really put it all together. You know, Coach Wenderoos wanted to see them play a good second half. They didn't really have to play the second half. A lot of second-team guys did. But, just a complete performance. And certainly with some of the tough luck losses they've had and things like that, had to feel very good for them to, kind of put this all together and get a complete win.
Looking at some team numbers in this one tonight, Slippery Rock outgaining Sharpsville 257 to 144, 181 through the air, 76 on the ground, 14 first downs for the Rockets. They averaged 6.5 yards a play. Sharpsville, 6 first downs, 125 rushing yards, 19 passing yards, 144 yards on 38 plays. Individually for Slippery Rock, Doug Popovic, 5 of 7 for 74 yards and a touchdown. Also, John Petrus, 1 of 2 for 2 yards. Popovic led the way, 4 carries, 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. Owen Long, 5 carries, 44 yards. Cole Scott, 6 carries for 23. Long with a couple of catches for 43 yards. Lamont Patterson, 2 catches for 17. Scott caught a touchdown pass. On the Sharpsville side, Lincoln Bright, 3 of 9 for 19 yards. Tremel Ham McCullough, 10 carries for a game-high 90 yards. Michael McLaren ran it 10 times for 36 yards. Landon Hassel, 2 catches, 11 yards. And Ham McCullough, 1 catch for 8 yards. Some other numbers of note. 2 turnovers tonight, both by Sharpsville. Blue Devils lost a pair of fumbles. Penalties, 10 flags for 124 yards on the Sharpsville side. Slippery Rock. With, well, we've lost our, we lost power here for a moment. Okay, they're not back. All right, quickly recapping, we mentioned Sharpsville, 10 penalties, 124 yards, 8 penalties, 60 yards for Slippery Rock. Rockets get the win tonight by a final of 42-13. They're 2-3. Sharpsville drops to 0-5. And with that, we are going to call it a night here from Sharpsville. Want to thank well, are we back or are we not back? We are not back. So, all right, that is going to be it. So, for Chris Burtch, Ryan Briggs, good night, everybody.
Thank you.